Peace, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Random Thoughts. I am your host, the LYR to the ICS is lyrics, y'all. Yo, we here, another Sunday. It's not as sunny outside or whatever, but the fuckery energy is still here, man. Yo, always got to bring the fuckery energy, man. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But before we really jump off, yo, I got to introduce the crew. Crew, what's popping?
Happy holidays. What's up, y'all?
You can only be you. That's what I said.
Happy belated Thanksgiving and happy future Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we too old to celebrate that right now, it's for the kids. Taisha, hi lyrics, hi Stephanie, hi clever, hi Abiz, happy Sunday, peace. Happy What's Sunday going on, Taisha? Randos. Yo, Steph, what's goody? I see you getting drunk. What's up?
What's in that? Something coquito?
Takes a lot to get drunk. No, I wish this was coquito.
I got the coquito hookup. I got so much coquito, it's not even funny.
Oh,
hey, yo,
maybe a little bit. What's up?
I'm coming to your house, Famous. Word the mother.
It works opposite. You know what I mean? The vampires, you can't come in. Well, I gotta invite you in soon.
Well, I'm coming in front of your house. How about that? I'm coming in front of your house.
You can stay there all day. I'll be drinking the coquito in the window like this.
Just throw it out from the second floor. I'll catch it and be out. Like,
I don't want to throw it. That's the point.
Whatever. Hey, yo, Steph, what's going on?
What's going on, everyone? Y'all know me. It's Steph, yo. Stephanie Gale here. Another episode of Random Thoughts. Happy Sunday to everyone. Shout out to all the randos at the Randers Union, watching from YouTube and Facebook. Shout out to all the randos watching from our page on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. We love y'all. We're here. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone that celebrates. What's up, Tiffany? And Christmas is upon us, so happy holidays to all as I drink my spiked eggnog.
How you doing, Robert Fulton?
Yes.
Hey, Biz, what's goody, boy?
Yo,
what's up,
good? ADV in the spot, Avis, and we here again with another episode. And Steph already said everything, but again, shout outs to all the randos and everybody out there. And if y'all want some good Christmassy music going on, we got, two wonderful folks on here who got some Christmas projects y'all should be listening to. So we'll plug those later. But shouts out to everybody in here. Thank y'all so much. And let's keep it moving. What's good, Eric?
What's up,
Ramos. What's up?
What's up, man? Nothing, chilling. Had some Thanksgiving dinner. That's it. I'm good. Had a big extra piece of pie, pumpkin pie, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm coming to your house, man. You better have one for me too, son. Like, word the mother.
You're gonna travel like 2 hours just to get some pumpkin pie or coquito. That makes no sense, man. Yes. Watch me. Your
I don't
priorities are not in.
No, my priorities are set. But I heard that somebody over there make the best coquito, and I got to be the judge of that. Because I live in the Bronx,
it's the stuff of
where
legends,
they got
Poppy.
a lot of coquito.
It is the stuff
word.
Of legends, man.
Then I gotta.
Yes.
Then I gotta go over there, Papa. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, word the mother. Anyway, all right. So, since we got all that out the way, I think you know what time it is, right? You know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time to let the fuckery commence.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Jalogic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network. Good day.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I got some new Casamigo shades or whatever have you, man. So, I'm styling with those. Give lyrics a virgin conquito. Nah, man, I don't want my conquito virgin. I want it to be dirty and alcoholic. Give me a dirty alcoholic conquito.
That's a waste of the ingredients. It doesn't have the rum and it's not worth it. Might as well throw it out the window.
That exactly.
And then he'll catch it.
And then I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna be mad. Like, yo, where the rum at? Stop playing with me, B. So I'm gonna do that. But guys, let's jump into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's jump into it. But before that, we have some special guests that's gonna join in with us. You know what I'm saying? Steph, would you like to do the honors?
We have to say the episode first. So
shit, yeah. So let me do that. Sorry about that. I'm excited. Sorry. But today's episode is episode 3-22. Let's talk about love languages, featuring Steph.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh wait, I'm. You want me?
Steph, you're doing it.
This is okay. And featuring our special guests are coming in soon. But yeah, we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. If you don't know what the 5 love languages are, it's physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving, and quality time. So, and speaking of quality time, we are going to bring in our next guest.
I like that
song that was featured on the promo called Quality Time.
I like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the world over, I introduce to you Substantial Robinson and his wife, Rochelle Etienne Robinson. See, I'm starting into lyrics right now.
No, don't blame me for that. Don't blame me.
Can we give him a round of applause? Man, your nerves are messed up.
Can we give him a round of applause, please? Sorry.
Hey, yo, Ed, clap. Yeah.
Look at each time you do that. Stop doing that. You're not Deboing me into this.
No, I'm gonna Debo you. No, because you don't be clapping, and I don't like that. So I'm like, you go clap.
I'm not Notes. Okay.
But let me.
Poor Notes. He's gonna pop up and say, "Why you guys talking shit about me?"
Word. Stan, Michelle, what's going on with y'all, man?
Please.
Hey, y'all. How
what's
y'all
going
doing?
On? Thanks for having us.
I see you guys again.
So let me tell you a little bit about my. These are literally my 2 favorite people in the world.
Wow,
that's a fact.
Too, they are, man. They are like as close to me as family anyone could be. Yeah, these 2 are amazing. They are a power couple to be reckoned with, for sure. They both are co-CEOs of Substantial and Art Music, which runs out of the DMV. And you know, DMV is near and dear to my heart. Substantial on his own right is just a decorated MC, producer, fine artist. He's a man of many hats, as he would put it, a black of all trades.
And I gotta say this, one hell of a great friend, B. Like, that's word the mother. I mean that. Like, you and Rochelle, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's been a while since I talked to y'all, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just looking at y'all, I reminisce about the time of EO Dub. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it was crazy, man. Like. You know what I'm saying? It's great to see y'all, man. Good times, great stuff, man.
Likewise. Oh, and then there's a Precious Joe Bear. They did a song together. That's called Teflon, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the joints we did, Teflon. That particular clip, though, that was from So Far Sounds. We were doing In My Daughter's Eyes that particular night. But man. But shout out to I almost said shout out to Steph, but yeah, shout out to Steph too. But shout out to Precious Joe Bear.
With Mighty Joe in the back.
Yeah, Mighty Joe of
the other guys.
The other guys, definitely.
Yeah. So
shout out to other guys.
So San is just amazing all around. And so is Shell. Shell is like she's like one of my confidants when I come over. Like, we just you know, like my feminine side comes out. And I'm like, girl, let me tell you what happened. like we gotta get into it. We have to have that talk. But that's my sis right there.
Yo, wow.
She's amazing. She's amazing in her own right. She just actually finished a course with NYU Film School. She is getting into music video production and directing.
Really?
She did a couple of videos. She did one for Stan, Your Greatest Weapon, featuring Melon, and she did another video for another artist, Early Bird. So yeah, she's also a fashion designer extraordinaire, Shay Shell. And
wow,
she's also one of the runners of Black Dress Inc. And also two little girls, right?
Yeah, well, me and my professor, shout out to Adrian Jones, Professor Adrian Jones. We have a production company through Black Dress Exhibit when we call ourselves Two Little Black Girls. Yeah, Two Little Black Girls Productions.
Two Little Black Girls, yes. So
that's dope.
Together they make a pretty dope team. So and I love them, and I look to them for all sorts of advice. Like I consider Stan and Shell my mentors. For sure.
And random fun fact, real quick. If it wasn't for Stan, man, me and Steph, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be Random Thoughts. So in a sense, Substantial, you have something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Man. You kind of have something to do with this, man.
Well,
this word the mother. And I'm not sucking up neither. I'm just being honest. Like, what happened?
We wouldn't know Adviz either if it weren't for Stan.
Wow.
Word? No, most definitely. Well, no, it's kind of like a domino effect or something, because Stan with I know Stan, you know Stan, you know what I'm saying, you know Ad, you introduced me to Ad, you know what I'm saying, and Eric, so it's like, yeah, so like yo, it still go back to Stan, you know what I'm saying, man. So
the roots is there.
Regardless, the roots is there,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's still, yeah, man. But no, thank you, man, for Thank you, man, for introducing me to these wonderful people, man.
That comment's hilarious.
Wow.
Hey, man. Well, listen, I just want to say, man, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are doing dope stuff, man. I got to catch a couple episodes in the past and stuff whenever y'all been live. And
thank you.
Yeah, and I don't always comment or whatever. I'm just watching from afar, you know what I mean? Because I'm usually doing like 14 things in the background. But nah, man. I mean, salute to y'all. Y'all are doing great work, and and I don't mind being associated because it's good shit. You know what I mean? If y'all was trash, I'd be like, yeah, you ain't gotta say that. You gotta say
I know you. I know you.
You could not be here if it was trash.
No, that's a fact. Like, yo,
he hard pass. No.
Right.
Yeah,
they've been like special guests unknown.
We would still be on Instagram, B. Like, yo, we was trash. Like who? Nah, man, we ain't watching. We watching like 2 minutes and bounce. Like, go ahead, man. Like,
man, but proud of y'all, man. It's been dope to see what y'all building, man.
Thanks, man.
Congrats.
It means a whole lot coming from you, man. Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always think from the grind to here, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is one of the dopest brothers I ever met, B. You know what I'm saying? And even from the first time when Access Immortal, you know what I'm saying, he introduced us and things, man. Shout out to Access wherever he's at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean? Like ever since then, man, me and you've been super cool. You ain't never turned me away. Be like, yo, who this nigga? Nah, man, you always show me love, dude. Like, and
for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. Like, I just gotta say thank you.
Let me just say one thing.
Real shit.
We have our show, of course, Random Thoughts. They also have a show. These two lovely people. It is called Artistry, where art meets industry. It's a great live show and podcast. You can catch it on all your streaming platforms and on YouTube and Facebook. Please check it out because they have some very dope people that are guests on the show, and they have a lot of insight and great information for whatever industry you're interested in. So
appreciate
check them out. Substantial Art and Music, their YouTube page is that, and also their Facebook page. So check that out.
Man, appreciate it. Good looking out.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm checking out Artistry, man. I'm gonna check that out, man. Like definitely. I didn't even know. Like my fault, man. I've been under a rock, man. I just been like,
it's all good.
I've been under a rock. No, but I know y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I do check up, but like not on every single thing. So that's my fault. But like, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Man. So,
it's all, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, man, I was chopping it up with Tone Deaf the other night, and Tone was just saying, he was like, listen, he's like, I do my best to stay up on everything that the homies got going on, but he was like, but you definitely make it challenging because we try to stay productive, man. We're involved in a lot of stuff and planting a lot of seeds and taking care of our own seeds. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely it's real. So it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all for plugging the show.
Yeah, like I said, man. Don't tell Lyrics your dreams. You won't believe. Wow, yo, you still on that?
Wow,
you still on that?
You
still on that?
That's a
That's like a
No, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna say because I always be having stories about people shooting down my dreams, and then like I'll be shooting down other people's dreams and shit. So it's like, chicken and beef never forgets when I shoot people's dreams that it would my fault.
You were talking about
sorry.
You were talking about your homie who ended up going ahead and wanted to become a cop, and you didn't take him serious. But you said shooting people's down dreams. That's why I said pun intended because you kept
but he ended up becoming a cop anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like he did it. I just didn't believe him. I just didn't believe him.
Yeah.
And I did stop being. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry, man.
If I'm friends with you, you're a cop now. I can't be friends with you anymore. They're gonna think I'm a snitch. Like that was his whole attitude.
Oh man! Wow.
Despite lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, you do be saying.
Despite lyrics, naysaying.
Naysaying, bro.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Stan, Rochelle, welcome. I officially welcome y'all to the fuckery. This is it.
Right.
Should I even mention the fundraiser anymore? Can we not mention the Kickstarter?
No, mention the Kickstarter. Go ahead.
But before we get into the episode, because I told you this man has a resume. It's
that's a fact.
So he's coming out with his 5th studio album entitled Adultish, and he just launched a Kickstarter campaign, and you see where it is right now. $9,200. $10,000.
Yes, sir.
$10,000, and it's only been 2 days now.
It's been 2 days.
Yeah, and he's almost there, and he also has stretch goals as well. So let's go past the 10,000. Let's make it 20,000, 30,000 if we can.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I'm putting money in there myself, B. I gotta put something in it, B. Like, you know what I mean? Like this man's been one of the supporters of me, myself, Steph, and like Cats here, man. Like, yo, please help, please, man. Anything, man. For real. Excited for the new album.
I've already heard like what would you say, like 90% of the album, maybe?
You've heard 70 because I'm still working. I mean, you probably heard about 90 actually because I played I think some of the instrumentals that I hadn't recorded to yet. So so you've definitely heard most of it. But shout out to you because we already talked we're already planning some stuff as soon as I finish my writing. So but also shout out to Steph and Avis for contributing to the campaign already too, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you,
man. I had to do what my budget could allow, but
it's all good. True, it's all good. Thank you.
Now I got you.
That I can be of service.
Now I got you soon. I swear I got y'all soon, B. Word the mother.
Well, the great thing, you know what I mean? I'll just say this real quick because sometimes people forget. The great thing about Kickstarter is like the money don't come out until the campaign's over. So folks, folks can come in and what they think they can do, a month and a half from now, they can put that amount now. If things are looking up, they can change that. If things ain't looking so well, they can change that. So, like I tell folks, I'm like, contribute as soon as you want to contribute, right? And then you can adjust as the campaign's going. So you got over 40 days to figure it out, but no pressure at all, man. I just appreciate whatever love. If folks just sharing it, that's good enough for me. Because like the budget's simple. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, it's a pledge, so it's basically a promise to pay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all.
But you see,
and I promise I'm gonna pay something up in that motherfucker, man, for real. Like, I'm just saying, B, like, nah, for real. Like, yo, please support, man. Like anything, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that. Like y'all always got a home here at Random Thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Let the fuckery energy be with you. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Now, but you see how many backers he has. He has 44 backers right now. So you see how
that's a fact.
The fan base is. Like, we love this dude, man. So
man, I appreciate it. It's funny, man. Like with this campaign, I'm definitely while the money is important, I'm really just it's really about how many like folks we can get involved, because even if folks are putting in smaller amounts, that it's really about because I think in the past I've never had more than like maybe 250 people contribute, which is still pretty cool considering how much money gets raised, but knowing how many people the music has touched over the years, like my real goal is just getting more of the people who know what's up, know about the quality that's come out in the past and stuff, but maybe don't always support the Kickstarter campaigns.
And there's some good perks.
Yeah, the perks ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a few things in there. We'll get into that later, though. You know what I mean? I know y'all got stuff to do, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
gonna talk more about it like towards the end of the
show. Y'all got t-shirts?
Yeah, we got shirts in that print that you see.
But no, because I'm about
if you look at that pattern that's behind the cover image and stuff, so we got a all over print of that particular pattern that was designed. Shout out to the homie Ryan who actually designed that pattern, and then I added the textures to it. But yeah, man, try to do something different instead of just a straight up the logo print joint. Like it's a shirt that you could wear and people don't have to know what it's connected to. Like it just looks like a dope design. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, try to do something different with the joint. We got snapbacks, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
All right. So my next question is, do you have 4X t-shirts?
Yeah. We go all the way up to 5X. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I will say though that the all over print, I think there's a limit on how big those can go. But like what I'm doing is coming up with a variant shirt, so that way any of the people who want, I think it goes up to like 2 to 3X for the pattern shirt. But I'm gonna do a joint where it could go up to 5X, where it has the pattern in the logo. You know what I mean? So you can still be fly out this joint. You know what I mean?
See what I'm saying? Still be thinking about the fat niggas, man. Like, hey, man, we love you, B.
I am one of the smaller brothers in my family, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bigger than my big brother, and that's where it ends pretty much. But my nephew, man, he's not a small guy. I call him Uncle. You know what I'm saying? Because he's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Greg.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, because most of these cats that I asked that have t-shirts and t-shirt brands and stuff, I'm starting to know people who have like actual brands, and they don't have nothing for fat dudes. So it's like, I'm like, yo, you got a 4X t-shirt? Yeah, nah, but I gotta order that. And you gotta order. Yeah. Stop playing with me, be like, sorry, I get mad.
A lot of times they're scared not scared, but a lot of times they don't do the larger sizes because it's like, it's not that people won't order them. It's just the amount. Like a lot of times when we place orders, we're looking at how many we've sold of particular sizes. And typically the larger sizes don't sell as much, one. And then two, they also, once you start doing 2X and above, the price goes up per unit. So those shirts, like, I mean, like, nobody wants to be the jerk that's like charging you more for, like, let's say our smaller shirts, like from extra small to like extra large, are like 25 per. But then when we get to the 2X and above, then we start changing the price point on you. You know what I mean? And so, we don't like doing that. So a lot of times it's like, you just got to set like we'll just say 30 all across the board. Right. And then we just make sure we can support people who need larger sizes. And then try to keep that in mind when we're ordering certain styles of merch. You feel me?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that for every fat motherfucker that watched this show. The fat motherfuckers all around the world. We would like
just
to
really
thank
tall
you.
People too, not just the fat guys.
All right,
you know
so tall fat motherfuckers, tall and fat motherfuckers. You know, we thank you.
Point across.
What lyrics
Really? Right. He just submitted. It was, all right.
You know, that's him.
No, because I'm speaking for the.
here.
Yeah, that's it. Yo. So it's coming soon. Hashtag Top Cheese City T-shirts. We gonna have them from extra small to extra big, whatever the fuck. Like we gonna have them.
I'm designing it. I'm head of design.
Steph is designing it.
So, yeah, I got you.
But that's what I'm saying.
All that being said, support the campaign, and
please.
The topic of discussion for this week, which is the 5 love languages, and I brought this up because I was inspired by our conversation that we had prior to Brooklyn being shut down by the pandemic.
Damn.
We did a show at Elsewhere. It was you, me, and Eric was also in attendance, taking photos and whatnot. But we had a conversation and we were talking about 5 love languages, and I think you brought it up, Stan. And you talked about how it helped you a lot in your relationship, and I just was really just intrigued. I did more research myself after our conversation, and I really started getting into it. So I was just really I was just inspired by that conversation, and I was like, let's talk about it on the show. So
actually, we both had the idea, man. I can't let you take all the credit, Steph. We did because I'm gonna tell you what happened. I heard about the book, the 5 love languages, because Steph put me on, and a friend of Steph's put me on. I took the test, told me what my love languages were. That actually helped me out. You know what I'm saying? With getting to know myself, I'm getting to know myself better. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope. Taisha said, I need Professor Gary Chapman book, The 5 Love Languages. That's what I'm talking about. It was amazing. It gave me a better insight of relationships. My love language is physical touch and quality time. Mine's is too. Like physical touch, physical touch, words of affirmation, and quality time. When you do the test, they give you like 3. After that was mine. Yeah, that was my 3 of them. What happened, Steph?
Yeah. No, I was reading one of the comments, but have you guys, you gentlemen, Avis and Eric, have you all taken the love language test at all?
And you going first?
I go first no. since you pointed you threw me out the window, so lyrics can't come and see me.
Like you threw out the coquito, right?
Yes, exactly.
I would never throw a coquito out the window.
Maybe virgin coquito.
But Avis, on the other hand,
Avis, I'm sorry, you're close, so you can't come at me. So yeah.
All right, it's all good, man. I got my stuntman skills, but Steph. So I took the test too, and just like Taisha, I actually got quality time is my highest on there, and then physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and then I got 0 for receiving gifts. So y'all just know you don't have to worry about getting me nothing for Christmas, anything and stuff like that. I'm not even tripping. Just spend some time with me.
Me too. 0 for gifts. All right, we gonna be some giftless motherfuckers on Christmas, but whatever.
Oh my god, Eric, have you taken the test?
Yeah, but I kind of knew what it was before, but I believe it's act of service, then words of affirmation, then I want to say physical touch, and gifts is 0, so I missed one in there between there.
That tracks.
Damn. Yo, we ain't shit.
Well, you see my gift.
Before you even said it, I just knew. I was like, acts of service. I already know.
I'm cheap? Trying to say I'm cheap, Steph?
No, I'm not saying that. You're saying you're cheap. No, but
you came at me. You looked at me and kind of it makes sense. Really?
Eric, I got you.
Service, I was like, adds love languages.
Of course, you're gonna bring that in. Of course, I'm just waiting for it. But Eric, Eric. So Steph was about to say. Steph was gonna say, he's cheap, y'all. Like that's what he
terrible.
Yo, I love this. I love this episode right now. I do some shit like, oh man, yo,
you've been loving every episode.
Right?
You damn right. Well, shit. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
5 love language. I was playing. All right, go ahead.
No. Anyway.
No, I was.
Stuff.
Like I'm looking at Eric, knowing Eric and how he operates. I knew acts of service would be at the top of this. I was like, for sure. Yeah, that's him.
You know what's interesting before we get into it? I realized something about love languages.
It is not physical touch.
I'm sorry.
Really? Violet Honeydew? Come on.
No, I think.
Come on.
So
Yeah.
That-
No, don't run. Don't run. Bring your
What are you
ass
talking
back.
about?
Stop
I
it.
thought she was running. I thought she
No,
was running. Sorry.
I was ducking out.
So I realized that people try to give other people their love languages sometimes, and that's something
Yes.
that causes conflict. And I realized in my relationship
Mhm.
how I was doing that unconsciously, and I'm like, wait, I gotta pull it back and think about more. You gotta think about more your actions more, which is and as human beings, it's kind of hard for us to do that. But yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, for
No,
sure.
you're right.
And that's the other part of the conversation is learning your partner or your significant other's love language as well. My love language is not. It's not. What was it? Physical touch and acts of service. No, it's
That's what Taisha said. Taisha said it's physical
should
touch.
know,
and
right?
not. Stop it.
Steph loves
Violet
fans.
Honeydew.
Oh my god. There we go. Oh, Lord.
Hey,
It's
no,
getting
it's a
hot
good.
in here anyway.
It's a great
No,
song
no,
though.
no.
It's
Only
it's one hell of a great
Steph.com.
song. One hell of a great song. Cliff.
Only Steph.com.
should we also mention that on that song, there's somebody present that was on the album as well?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
god, man. Oh
yes,
man.
Right,
yes,
Steph?
yes, Rochelle was on. Yes, she was on my album Songs About V.
Mhm.
And also Stan mastered the album,
Mm-hmm.
which was greatly appreciated. And I greatly appreciate Rochelle being the storyteller, the narrator of my album.
The griot.
Hey, she was my first choice. I was like, who would be great? I don't
Got
want
a
to put
golden
because
voice.
I think Tone and I were talking because Tone is
Mm.
the co-executive producer of my album. Little known fact. But we were talking about it, and he was like, yeah, you shouldn't be the narrator of the album. You should pick someone else, like pull yourself away like a little bit, step back and kind of separate yourself from that part of it. So I was like, who would be a good narrator? Rochelle, she has a great voice. So
No, but
I'm glad
No.
you said yes. So
Rochelle, you did your thing on there, and you also did a piece for Insanity's album. Like
Mhm.
what was it? I think it was the final song, right?
Yeah, that relationship song that's on the project,
And
where she's like, don't love someone you can live with. Don't
someone-
marry someone you can live with. Marry someone you can't live without.
Yeah.
let me tell you something. That line stuck in my head for years. I'm still trying to find that album. It's somewhere in my house. But like that little line right there. For some reason, I was like, because it's the realest shit I've ever heard. Like, you know what I'm saying about that.
I can't take 100% credit for that. I actually, around this time when we were learning about love languages, I actually heard it on some video. I think it was a woman over in Vegas. She works in a lot of the marriages in Vegas, and she said it. And I was like, yo, that's dope. And so I was talking to Isaiah about that, and he was like, yo, that's dope. And so he was like, let's record. And so we did.
Yeah, man.
But I wanted to say real quick, though, how I find it interesting that majority of the guys here, physical touch was on your top of your list, because I think particularly for Black men in particular, that, you guys are taught very young to be, be strong, don't cry, don't do this. They're not really, a certain generation don't give hugs, don't really embrace. And yet this is something that you're very hungry for. So I thought that was very interesting that you guys got physical touch.
Well, I mean, I can't really speak for everybody else, but from myself, the reason why is because of the lack of it as I was growing up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And not saying I did get hugs or whatever from my parents and all that, but it wasn't as frequent as I felt I should have. Or like when I get into relationships, for some odd ass reason, when I get relationships, I get relationships with women that either don't like hugs or would just hug during certain times. Like it's like scheduled hugs. Like who the fuck does schedule? Like, all right, so listen, at 2:45, I'm gonna give you a hug, but 2:46, you gotta get off me. I have to cook. All right, so I'll give you another hug at 9:37 p.m. until 10 o'clock. 10:01, we have to go to bed. Okay, because this hugging shit ain't what the fuck. All right, man.
That's a long hug though. 30 minutes.
Hence the reason why I'm drinking this eggnog, because hearing these stories make you want to drink. Just
No,
Oh,
because
my goodness.
all right, Stan, Rochelle, I just want to let you guys know I have crazy fucking relationship
track record.
stories.
His track
My
record.
track
all good.
record is
Don't
no-
check his resume, okay?
No,
Don't.
no,
I see what you did there.
Please do not put any of the
no,
party
no.
stuff.
Check my resume. Check my resume. It's completely full of fuck ups, and like on their behalf, not mine. Fuck ups and
Likely
other
story.
stupid shit.
Mhm.
Like yo, I can write a whole book on stupid shit when it comes to relationships.
You should
You know
write
what
an
I'm saying? But
album on it, like I did. You see, I wrote about my heartbreak.
No, I
See how
actually
that
no.
works?
That's
No,
not
I-
heartbreak.
Therapeutic.
That was
I
not
am.
heartbreak. That is mess.
Speaking-
I don't know what that is.
It was
Cluster
violent.
fucks or
It was
something. I don't know.
cathartic. It was cathartic.
No, actually, like Steph, I got to talk to you about it because I have a song I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that idea I was talking to you about?
Mm.
Yeah, we need to get on that. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck people head up with that, man.
You
But
said
yeah,
you
we
need
talk
to
about that later.
reconsider.
Wow. Dun-dun-dun. All
Yeah.
right. Showtime presents.
Really? Oh wow.
Yo,
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
The
we already know by
timing
now.
was perfect.
Mr. M, let me tell you
Right?
something. Mr. M is so fast with the,
Yeah.
he is
Shout
a
out to
speed
Mr. M.
typer. I don't know how he finds his stuff just out of
Wow.
nowhere. Shout out
And
to
it
him.
all originated from Keith Murray.
But
Oh, man.
it's funny because
Oh my god. Yeah.
Look, Rochelle, what did you say,
no, 'cause I
Rochelle?
think we haven't said because yours. you
Oh
kinda said-
my
yeah,
oh
yours-
my love language. Well, first I wanted to just say like I got introduced to it by Rochelle. Rochelle brought it up first to me. It was the first time I had ever heard about it. And at some point we ended up doing it. And so mine is words of affirmation. That's my first, and then my second is quality time. And funny enough, for like this, huh?
No,
Physical
no,
touch
no.
is my third. Yeah, but it was quality time because your second, I think, was quality time, and you could tell me at first.
Yeah, my first is acts
Acts of service. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I know,
like
I know y'all. I can
Y'all,
point
and
it all out.
listen, and it was funny, man, because like you know, I didn't know until we did that. I didn't know, but like, man, I just remember doing certain things around the house and then just getting the eye. You know what I'm saying? Like I go clean the kitchen or something, go clean the garage, and then she's just looking at me different. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like she looked very excited right now. You know what I mean? You know, it's so. But like, man, I feel like for us, because at the time we did it, we were definitely like, you know, we had just had a kid. Things were very different. We had just bought a home and all of this stuff, and we were struggling trying to make time for each other. Like communication probably wasn't the best at that particular time, and I definitely feel like it really helped us. You know what I mean? Learning that, especially that part that that Eric brought up before about like a lot of because of the fact mine is words of affirmation. I'm constantly letting people know how I feel about them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of folks don't always do that for me. But I know but now I know that like people don't necessarily need that from me all the time. You know what I mean? But it's hard to turn off because I see people all the time, like, you know, complaining that, you know, oh, you never said that, or I didn't know that, and blah, blah, blah. So I try to make sure it's no question. But while like with Shell, I see her always, you know, I was joking with her cousin yesterday. It was like, man, she's just a natural born supervisor, yo, just always jumping in, trying to help serve the community or like people, family, whoever, in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I get in trouble too because people are like, you need to sit down.
Yeah. Go sit down. What's the joint? You mean like, go sit down. Right.
Let me say something real quick because I noticed this about Shell right before the pandemic when we were doing this 3-city tour at the time, and we had stopped by you all's office at Creative Suitland, and we were getting ready for our trip to Philadelphia, and I noticed Shell like run over with with some cleaning products and a rag, and she was just like wiping down the car, like just making sure it was like desanitized. I was like, this is wow.
Yeah.
I saved your life. Okay,
Right.
I saved your life.
So acts of service like that, yeah, that makes total.
Yeah.
I said that tracks. That makes total
Mhm.
sense. So,
Yeah.
and that was before we had the conversation. So I was like, wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
She
No,
loves
that's-
us. She loves us.
Guys,
Nah,
I have a question for the entire panel. But I was just thinking about it while you guys were talking. Now, in everybody's opinion, do you think that people of different love languages, can their relationship actually work, and if so, how? Stan, Rochelle, you guys, let's start off with
Yeah,
you.
I think so. As long as you're you are clear. Like when we said when we did the test, and it's funny how but even before taking the test, you kind of have an idea
Mhm.
of like of what a person needs. I mean, a lot of times people will tell you what they need by their actions, not necessarily by vocalizing it. And so, as long as you are into providing that service or contact for the person that you're with, then absolutely it can work. But if a person is like not interested, like for instance, if you know that your partner is like we were talking about earlier, like your partner needs physical touch, right? But you're
Okay.
not touchy-feely, right? And so, you want to provide that for that person, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really need it. And if it makes you icky, it might be difficult, right? If you know that the person you're with loves gifts, right? Or, but maybe you ain't got the means, right? So that might be difficult for you. So it just really depends on the person that you are with, and that it's not that you guys are doing it together. It's not just one person doing it all the time.
Right. There has to be a willingness, right?
Right.
Like that's the thing. It's like the moment you learn that this person's love language is like the polar opposite of yours, right? And there's a clear need there. The first conversation should be basically, around your willingness to provide that thing that this person needs. And if you know out the gate that neither one of you are willing to kind of step out your comfort zone to because relationships are compromised, no matter how. Like, I think people love to like make compromise into this horrible thing, but the fact of the matter is, compromise is a necessary part of life, where you're always going to end up compromising somewhere with someone.
That's a fact.
And
That's a fact.
So in relationships, like once I knew hers was acts of service, it's like, fam, listen, as someone who used to wash dishes for a living, you know what I'm saying? Like in my young days, fam, I hate doing dishes, right? Hate that shit. But at the same time, I know that like, that balance in our house and stuff, making sure that she doesn't have to do certain things all the time and stepping in to do those things, like, as much as I might not enjoy those things, like I'ma do that because that's a necessary part of balancing out our relationship and keeping the peace, right? So it's, you got to decide how willing you are, and your unwillingness to do that will definitely be the downfall of your relationship.
Yeah. Same thing with words of affirmation. Like it doesn't have to be like this big thing. Like you have a performance. Oh, good job. Like it could be like, hey babe, thank you for doing the dishes. You did such a great job.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
that ain't
thank
much.
you for doing the laundry. You did such a great job folding those sheets.
You know what I'm saying? But and that sounds sarcastic saying it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that sounds sarcastic saying it.
I hear it.
Yeah,
I
you know
hear
what I'm saying? She's being funny in this particular moment, but
Good job. Good job. We here at Random Thoughts, we promote fuckery and cockiness at any given moment. So I am hashtag negative influence, and I approve this message. And sarcasm. A whole bunch of bring that shit on. Like we love it.
Just some examples.
Right.
Just some examples.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say this about
Steph,
because at least from my research, and I actually live with someone who's one of his I think his main love language was gift giving. And you don't necessarily have to have money, even though this particular roommate loved money and expensive gifts.
Wow.
And not shy away from them. But he also appreciated the other gifts that just like if your gifts just come from the heart, if you show that person that you're attentive to, you know, the things that they enjoy and love, and you put that into the gift, like they appreciate those things as well. Like there was one year, actually during the pandemic, I didn't have any money, and I was like, you know what can I get him, like within my limited means. And like the year before, I had bought him like some really awesome. It's probably the most expensive gift I've ever given anyone. But I gave him like some Jordan 11 Jubilees. Like, yeah. you see.
No, you gotta
face.
love a motherfucker. You gotta love a motherfucker to give him Jordans, man. Like you.
And he didn't
like,
even know he didn't even know I had him. Like I held him until, because he's a Jehovah's Witness, so I had to hold him until 3 Kings Day.
So he can witness it. Gotcha.
Yeah, but the
wow.
following year. Yeah. Advis on the
I had to.
The following year though, I didn't have any money because I was broke after that. But I was like, what can I give him to show him that I care and appreciate him? And I gave him like Junior's cheesecake. I got him a big cheesecake. Aww. And then I bought him I also bought him and then he also liked karaoke, so I bought him a karaoke system like that year as well. And since we were shut in at that time, we were like singing karaoke songs and we had like a little party.
Did you show was this your boyfriend or some shit? Like,
like the gift giving starter pack. That's what making it sound like you eat, you can sing, you know. Got some
I drew him a picture too. I also drew him a picture, so you know. Yeah,
did you love this motherfucker or something? Like, was he a boyfriend or some shit? Like,
what's this for Hanukkah? Because how many gifts are you gonna give somebody?
No, I gotta do it to Steph, B. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, Steph, I love you to death. I love you, man. I love you. But damn, son, like Jordans. Jordans.
That's my homeboy. Like, I did love.
No, that's your boyfriend. You get boyfriend gifts. Like, they ain't no homeboy gift.
I want to conclude that's her life partner, boom. Without the physical touch, right? Or maybe but yeah.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
He definitely showed his love to me all the time. He would always twerk and drop it low for me. I was like, I'm sorry.
Now you see this shit? Yeah. Nah, I ain't jacking that shit. I'm not jacking it. Like this, you're in love. Don't make me have to go Joe Thomas on y'all asses, man. Like, yo, come on, man.
What I'm getting from this is that for free Jordans, maybe twerking is necessary. So for those of you listening, watching, you know what I'm saying? There's some Jordans you've been eyeing and you ain't been getting them. Now you know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, get your little I twerk for Jordan sign ready. You know what I'm saying? Go get
you should have, man. Steph, you should have never said
want to point out, I was just
us.
gifted some Jordans. I was just gifted some Jordans. And I did not twerk to get the Jordans, but apparently I did something that was the equivalent of that. So I'm happy to receive my Jordans. Y'all get y'all's by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Hey man, I'm not here to judge.
This is when I didn't
to win.
This is when I didn't.
Hold on, Taisha said. She said undercover physical touch. Yo, Steph, I gotta ask you the same question. Okay, like I got to get a shot of that eggnog. You know what I'm saying? You ready? You all right? Get another shot of eggnog.
Sunday to me though.
I think that's why I'm sweating too. But anyway, I spiked the hell out of this eggnog. Go ahead.
The same question I just asked. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, the same question I just asked Stanley Rochelle. Excuse me. The same question I just asked Stanley Rochelle. I gotta ask you and everybody else here. Like, do you think, in your personal opinion, that the two people with different main love languages, do you think their relationship could work, and why?
I think so too, but I would say in my lifetime, I don't. Yes, eggnog is definitely my love language.
Yo, Anthony, you're a fool.
Eggnog spiked with gin is amazing. But like I have to say, I don't have a relationship, like romantic relationship right now. But as far as friendships, I have a gamut of very long-term friendships, and love languages work in friendships as well. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. And I have plenty of friends that are the opposite of me. For the record, my love language, my top love language is not physical touch. My top love language is quality time and words of affirmation.
No, you do.
So
you do show that.
Physical touch.
You show that.
So quality time and all that. But like I said, my roommate at the time, like we had known each other for a really long time, like over 10 years. And he, like I said, he's definitely like an acts of service, like gift giving type of person. I think physical touch might be his third, but Jordan, come on, big. Come on, Jordan. Nah, let me tell you something. Jordan's is boyfriend. That's boyfriend gifts. Like, stop playing with us, man. You playing with our emotions right now. Jordan's is boyfriend's gift, man. Let me tell you something. He's gotten some stuff for me too. I have a Kith. I actually worn it before. The one with the Martin Luther King on the front. That Kith shirt is expensive. That joke. And it's a limited edition too. But
y'all must be in the secret. Y'all must be secret lovers of some shit. Cause like, yo, y'all finna get it. That's what we are.
No, but
he's rocking.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Nah, but no, it works like I said, it works in all relationships because I have friends that are the complete opposite of me. And you've had very long-term relationships. So it is very possible to have, good, vibrant, fulfilling relationships with love languages. I think it helps a lot. Of course, you need more, to make it.
Of course.
There's more that works outside of that, but I
think Jordan money. You need Jordan money.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, look,
you need Jordan.
You need Steph. We're gonna do that to Steph, but don't forget about your investment. Don't forget about your investment.
Oh,
you said what? No, what? Oh yeah, yes. That
is that service?
Oh wait,
yeah.
Wait. Hold on.
It's both.
Stan, Michelle, I got what I call a $200 date story. All right, they heard it. If y'all want to hear it, check out the episode. I forgot what episode it was. Y'all gonna have to look for that shit. But I'll give you the short synopsis of it. Like, I'll give you the short version.
Yeah. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. That's what I was talking about.
OnlyFans
you were supporting your friend.
Wow.
For the month.
It was only 1 month. It was only 1 month.
When
1 month, 30 days.
You could have Venmo'd. You could have ended up PayPal.
Right.
You could have ended up Zelled. Like, all of those there, you just like, nah, I'm gonna give just 1 month. I got it.
I think you want to receive a gift.
Let me see what you got. Like,
listen,
I'm gonna enjoy it.
First of all, it was
days.
It was her first time. It was her first time on. It was. Oh no, the $200 story. That was
first time only on OnlyFans. Like, when else is another time?
We need to know if there's. I feel like there's a sixth love language. You know what I'm saying? That has to do with like visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. Hold on. That right there was a $20 a month story. All right, not that. I thought you were talking about the $200 story. That's another story within itself.
Another story.
But how many months did you stay on that subscription though?
1 month, 30 days. That's it. 30 days. I swear to God on anything I love, 30 motherfucking days. Stan, 30 days.
Yo, you're not in court, man. It's cool. You don't have to plead your case.
We are not here to judge. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't judge when people twerk for Jordans. I don't judge when people support other people's OnlyFans. I am not here to judge. I think that is beautiful that you are willing to support. You know
I think Stan feels cheated. I will up my gift giving.
Nah, but see, Stan has a certain. He has a certain. No, hold on. He has a certain judgmental look. All right, he don't judge, but he got that look. He like, listen, I don't judge. Hold on, let me take off the glasses. Let me take off the glasses. I don't judge.
I understand.
Nah, son. Nah. You do.
He sure does understand. He sure does.
You know what I'm saying?
Advid, stop it.
Done,
Stop
I
it.
have supported. I rather than OnlyFans, I support my friend. What's the Patreon? You know what I'm saying? I just went through. Was like few folks got Patreon. Boop, bap, boop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? There it is. But if you choose to support via OnlyFans, that is okay.
If you're helping people to go through college,
you know what I'm saying?
Time is rough. Times are
Well, no,
rough
see,
supporting people's education, helping
hold
them
on,
raise
hold on.
babies.
Patron the saints right
Hold
there.
on. First of all, homegirl.
There's an art form within itself.
Homegirl. No, hold on.
Fans.
Hold on. Homegirl was out of college already. She was a flight attendant. She lost her job.
She
So
still
I
got
was
that.
supporting her.
Student loans are
student
real.
loans.
All right, yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I'm
supporting student
Big
loans.
Papa Joe
for
ain't
1
come
month.
through yet. You know what I'm saying?
One month. $30
She was in nursing school.
$30 a month. That's,
She was flying away from them.
I hate all of you.
She went to nursing school.
Hey.
No, but for real though, like dead ass, like yo, shout out to homegirl wherever you at. Like yo, it was just 1 month. I kid you not, it was 1 month. I think it was like $20 just for like that 1 month, like because she had a special. So I said, all right, I'm gonna catch it on the special. You know what I'm saying?
Black Friday.
Cheap.
It was a Black Friday.
Cheap
Black
stuff.
Friday.
I know you recognize. Yes, cheap. Cheap. Terrible.
That's even too cheap for me.
Cheap, y'all.
Fuck it. But I told her it was 1 month. It's like, yo, I just
you know
I
what?
thought
Only
you
she
was a
would
good
know
month.
this. So one day we're gonna bring her on and we're gonna ask you these questions. Okay? And we're like, how many months was it? She said, okay, I'm gonna check my ledger. Oh, it was not 1 month, like 7 months. You're like,
Eric,
we need the receipts.
word to mother.
We literally need
Legend
has it lyrics put my friend through medical school and she bought a house. Why?
Right. You gonna have her on the show. She
With
gonna
a
go
30-day
through
payment?
The receipts.
she gonna go through the receipts and be like, well, it says here he never canceled his subscription and he signed up. This was during the pandemic. This was at the start of the pandemic. Oh, okay.
It actually was.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. It actually was at the start of the pandemic. Like, yo, like.
I mean, listen, it was hard. It was hard out here. You know what I'm saying?
Times.
You know,
Okay.
we should be celebrating you. You know, like I mean,
There you go. The look of judgment, Stan. I see. Come on, man. You can't get past me on that, man. Come on, B. Like, how long we been friends, man? Come on, brother. You can't.
Hey, man, that is an honorable thing you did, man. Supporting somebody during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You know,
There it is.
Let me tell you something, man. You talk more slick than a little bit, boy. Nah, man. I'm not buying that shit, man. Like, I'm not buying it, brother. But
He is an MC. Come on now.
Moving along, Eric, I have to ask you the same question, okay? Before I lose check. Oh, no, I'm about to tell you.
We were talking about so many things. I just forgot the question.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the question.
Go ahead.
All right.
We gonna
Cool. Now, I probably will. But anyway, like, all right. Two different people had different love languages. Do you think the relationship would work, and why? Your opinion, your thoughts. What's going on?
I think most people have different love languages. That's the problem. Not the problem, but it's. For example, myself, right, and in my relationships, I always have different love language, and that's the thing. You have to kind of take a second, think about it. Wait a minute, they're not going to receive the way I receive love, right? And then I'm going to give them the love that I want to receive it. Is kind of being like in a way selfish, even though you might not do it intentionally. So it's to answer the question, it's going to take a lot of work, right, on both people's behalves. That's it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it definitely could work.
Okay, cool. Adviz, I asked you the same question.
Opposites attract. Different love languages can help people grow.
No, I was reading.
B Smiles. Was that B Smiles TV?
I pull up and y'all watch.
Virginia Slim.
Wow.
Of course.
Tricking is your love language.
Yo, Virginia. Hold on. Fuck this shit. Virginia Slim. Let me tell you something. It wasn't tricking. It was helping out a friend. That was it for 1 month. 1 month. It was like I paid it every day. It was $30 for that 1 month. Sorry, $20 for that 1 month.
Wait, okay.
No,
Oh, it's
20.
It was 30.
20.
You did catch him. He caught you in a lie. You said 20 first time.
It really was 20. It was 20. No, word the mother. The original was 30 a month, but for that 1 month, it was 20. I'm dead serious.
Pandemic discount. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, it's pandemic discount.
I got you. It was sale.
No, he'll try to play me like I just put an extra $10. But nah, I don't love you like that, but I love you enough to give you
that he used, you know what I mean?
It was a code. He put it in.
Right. Right.
Actually, it was a code too, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my God. No, good. Somebody
just make sure you sign up. $20 a month. Cheap cheeks. Code cheap cheeks.
Stan, I'm done with you right now, brother. I'm gonna read this from Taisha. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read this from Taisha real quick. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, Taisha said it could work. Wait, can you go back to Taisha? Taisha said it could work with two people on the same page. People should spend time to in each other's love language and reciprocate to one's needs. Don't do what you think is best for you, but do what works for
them. I think it was supposed to be
probably for them. Yeah, for each other and listen.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a fact. And I think I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to this generation, the generation of 20-year-olds now, you know, I think that's where they lose it. Because I know you guys heard about situationships. I've been talking about situationships in the past couple of episodes.
YOLO.
Yeah, as Kimberly, our African friend, you know what I'm saying, original Rando, shout out to Kimberly from South Africa. She calls it Jolo. You know what I'm saying? Jolo is friends with benefits in South Africa.
South Africa, that's Jolo. Yes.
Yeah, Jolo. Yeah, that's it. So, you know, I'm talking to somebody right now, so I can't really get into that. Lyrics, did you do that Black Friday special? 2 shows for the price of what? Wow.
Yo,
Virginia Slim. Come on, bro.
That's Lyrics in the comments right now.
He's the one getting hit right there on the bottom.
Oh man, y'all really let me have it right now, man. I can't say shit. Like y'all let me have. All right, yo, go ahead. What's the next one?
Go ahead, Avis. Avis was good.
Yo, Ad, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man.
I echo everybody's sentiment on it, and I will say this: since I like words, I'm gonna go back and say what I said previously before about relationships, and the word relationship having a word relation in there, talking about how you relate with one another, and how you do that, of course, is through communication, and really sitting down and taking that time to know what each other need. So, and then the ship being the movement. So how are we going to keep this going? If we can't relate or we can't really move as a unit, then how are we going to have this relationship work? So ultimately, yeah, the communication for sure.
No, that's a fact.
I think when Avis talks, I got to bring up like some background music, like the church worship and praise music, something like that.
The organ playing real soft and stuff.
Oh,
right.
She getting you back. Like
you gotta break down the word relationship. See, you have to talk about the relationship. Who is that? Who's playing that music?
Yes, it is you, Eric. No, I'm already done. I'm not.
Hallelujah.
Hands up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm praising.
Hallelujah.
Oh my goodness.
Hallelujah.
Preacher.
It is Sunday.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Hey.
That's it.
Next season. I'm gonna have it ready.
Donations.
Wait, Virginia Sim said he put another $100 in a pocket and said, "Don't worry, girl, 'tis the season." Come on, man. Come on, man. Really, bro?
Yo. Oh no. Oh, yo, I'm dying, yo.
Yeah.
These clips, yo. Oh my
Hey, yo,
God.
shout out to Mr. M for the clips, man. Like, your timing is so impeccable right now.
On it right
Cool.
now, boy.
He's really on it.
Even Mike Tyson will love it, man.
He is ninja fast. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh yeah, these joints preloaded.
They gonna talk about this right here, and I'm gonna go boom. There
Right.
it is.
Oh my God.
Got a feeling OnlyFans gonna come up. Let me just have these loaded. Right.
Did anybody read the actual 5 Love Languages book by Dr. Gary Chapman? And if so, what are your thoughts about the book? I mean, anybody can answer first. I mean,
yeah. I've
only
read a
read-
few chapters. Yeah,
Right.
I didn't read the whole thing though.
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I've
No-
read like excerpts and whatnot. I'll probably get the audiobook at some point. I got
Right.
credits I need to burn anyway, so
I got
But,
money to burn.
but the takeaways that I did get from the parts that I read, like he basically stressed taking the test, of course, advertising. But also just learning about your partner and once you understand what their love language is, consistently, like at least once a week, work towards catering to that person's love language and doing that consistently. And then if you need to, adjust or, gauge it, you could do that or, tinker with it, work with it or whatnot. But there's a gauge of what they call like keeping the love full and keeping it like fulfilled. That it helps keep the relationship fulfilled. If both of you are working at catering to each other's love language. If it's not as consistent, you'll start to see the love, the relationship itself wane. So that's one of the takeaways that I took from the parts that I read. But what about you guys? What saying?
If we read the whole book, I think we focused on once we took the test, focused on our specific areas. But I think one takeaway too is it's not so much to emphasize, providing that love language to your partner as much as it is knowing yourself, right? So it's like if you know that your love language is, whether it's acts of service or whatever it is, like really toning in on what it is that you do already.
Mhm.
And then, having your partner realize that about you, be like, oh, okay. Clearly that person is having their moment, their time, whatever, that's their love language and they're spending time for themselves and focusing on themselves. And then also being able to reciprocate that for your partner. That was pretty much my takeaway from it.
Yeah. Me, was it outside of our relationship, because I've worked in education a long time, at one point we did a training at the school with parents coming in because they have different types of love language tests. They have some that are for like couples. Then they have some that are for parents who are trying to learn about their teens. And so over the years, I've taken that particular test and use it for students, right? So I had, so at that particular time when we were doing it in training, and then later invited parents to the school so that they could take it to learn about their students. That was when I adapted and started using it for students on my caseload. So every time a new batch of, students would come in that year, and I had certain kids that I knew I was going to be working with throughout the year, like I had like an intake form for them. I had different things I'd have them fill out, but one of the things I'd have them complete was that love language thing for teenagers, just so I knew how to interact with them throughout the year. For the ones who like gifts and stuff, most of the time teenagers they love food. You know what I'm saying? So I would just keep
That's a
food
fact.
and snacks. I would just keep snacks in my office and stuff. So that particular student that I knew loved gifts, my gift for them would be food a lot of times. And
That's a fact.
And so if it was acts of service or something like that, I show up and support them with a particular class or a teacher that they needed help with, and all of those different things. So I think it's just, whether you read the entire book, whether you're lucky enough to be in a type of profession where your job provides training and maybe that's the training, or if you're a person like us that just were blessed with the excerpts and found that information extremely useful. I just think applied to so much. Like,
yeah, I was just gonna say, I think you could use it just not only for your your personal relationships, but I think you could use it for work. I think, like we mentioned before, work in your workplace, in schools, working with other people. I think another benefit too is, I just lost my train of thought, but I think definitely seeing how it works in the workplace, because you might have somebody that they are constantly eagerly looking for validation or something like that, and so that's a personality trait, but that also may be their love language. And I think also that's what I was thinking too. I think your love language also shifts depending on who your partner is. I think your needs change depending on who your partner is.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I'm actually like, I'm kind of dealing with that right now. The girl that I was talking to, Steph knows who I'm talking about. The girl.
This is a shake of approval. Right
no, it's not. It's not the OnlyFans girl. No, it's not the homeless girl.
No, I mean almost.
Why
Like,
this is next
you almost dated somebody.
This is why this is next to me. Shout out to
No, damn, I almost lost my train of thought messing with you in that damn liquor. Like, that looks good too.
It's a big bottle of liquor, Steph.
Yeah, what?
Like
it's a big bottle of liquor.
It is. I've had it since the beginning of the year. I've done pretty well.
What's that?
You start the year.
You're enjoying your drinks. You're saying.
Wait, is that Hennessy?
No, this is gin.
I peeped what you said there, Avis.
What do you say? What do you say?
He said you started the year in October.
I started the year
ninja with the things.
I started the year today.
You started the year today. So it's today.
After talking to
doing good. You're doing good on the bottom.
Get some quality time with that bottle. I got you.
I didn't even tell you the story.
Hold on, I didn't finish that bottle with.
I didn't tell the story yet. She just broke out the liquor. Like, yo, chill, B. Like, yo, it's kind of a good thing. Like, let's not fuck up our liver now. Do it after the story.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But like,
this segment is not sponsored by. Okay,
I wish I had a drink right now.
Not sponsored by Lyric Stories. Okay,
are we gonna have a lyric story?
The hell with you! Like, y'all love my fucking stories. Y'all love it. Like, it make the day go by faster. Fuck out.
It makes my head hurt, man. Sometimes man, your stories.
No, it makes your head hurt.
That's like, what I just said. I say your head. Why would your head hurt? I'm the one listening to the story.
No, your head, Eric, your head.
You know what our safe word for? You know what our safe word is for Lyric Stories? Fist of the North Star. That's
Fist of the North Star.
That's our safe word.
The greatest fucking anime ever created.
Don't stop this stuff. He's never gonna stop. All right.
I just want to point out that y'all safe word for lyrics is damn near a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just find that interesting. Interesting.
No, because I'm
chop cheese. We switch it up. Chop cheese.
Yeah, I had a great comment by the one sister though that was just up there second. She was talking about breaking down the book, like what it goes into.
Yeah.
Well, she said, what is it? Professor Gary Chapman's book goes deeper into psychology of the mind and broken down into many subcategories. I read the whole entire book. He gave many examples in his books because he has more than one book. So, like, I think he has 5 love languages for like children, for work, for stuff like that. So, like, I'll be honest with you, I just want to read that one. Like, I only read maybe a couple pages of the first chapter, so I really got to get into it because I just got the book. So, and I was reading something else. I don't like reading. Yeah, I don't like reading one thing when I'm reading another thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like that kind of that messes me up. You know what I'm saying? Plus, shameless plug, guys, get the Book of L's by Anita Bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Or Anissa Bottoms. Like, if I mess up your name, my fault. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great book, Book of L's. You know what I'm saying? She come with another one. I forgot what that shit was called, but get Book of L's.
I want to ask Stan and Shell a question as far as
I'm sorry, guys.
Stan in particular is like very much into the system of the love languages. Like, how effective do you think it has? Well, I mean, clearly you've thought it was effective, but like, what are the takeaways that you've gathered from using the love language system?
You know, it's funny. Like we mentioned before, having it, using it for other interactions, like with friends and family and coworkers,
Mhm.
like having being parents. We have a teenager, we have a 14-year-old, we have a 5-year-old, and just seeing how they develop in their personalities,
Mhm.
and so knowing how best having them take the test. Like Serenity has taken a personality test recently that wasn't the love language, but I think we did that with her
Mhm.
Or
before.
was it like an attachment styles or something?
I don't
Yes.
remember
Yeah, I can't
specifically,
remember
Is it the
but
Myers
exactly what.
Briggs? The one that's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
Myers-
INFJ
Myers-
one?
Briggs.
with like with the codes, like
Yeah.
A, B,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah, she did
Myers-Briggs.
that.
NFJ.
She did that
Mhm.
through school, yeah.
Mhm.
And it's very helpful. It's like certain things you already know. Like Serenity is introvert, but also like a little bit extrovert, with depending on the situation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so knowing that about your kid allows you to help them navigate their life as well as how to approach them. Like she's a very sensitive child too. And
Mhm.
so it's like, I think being an adult, a lot of it, at least for me, is unlearning a lot of stuff
Mhm.
from your past, especially when you're dealing with your kids. It's like, there was no time. My parents are Caribbean. There was no time for getting all mushy. It's like, no, just do it. You know what I mean?
I
So,
was-
Right.
so
my dad is Caribbean too, so I know what that's about. What that's like.
Right.
Oh my god!
right.
And I
And
know.
so trying to
Oh my
unlearn
God.
that to be helpful for her and, to help her with her journey. So I think that's been the biggest takeaway for me.
Yeah, I think it's extremely useful. It helped our relationship, for sure, especially with both of our number twos being quality time. You know what I mean? It made us make a conscious effort to start scheduling time for ourselves outside of being parents. You know what I mean? Like, which wasn't something that we needed to do before, right? Like when you didn't have kids, if you on a whim, if you wanted to do a thing, you could just do it. Whereas like the moment you introduce children into the picture, it's like now like there has to be a schedule. We got to figure things out, and so
Being the
it-
Capricorn that you are. Mhm.
right, yeah, because we're both Capricorns, you know what I mean? And so
So we're gonna get
Wow.
this hug at
Yeah.
about
2
11:30.
days apart. These two. 2 days apart. The
Yeah,
same,
yeah.
born the same year.
Ad, you're
Mhm.
I just
funny.
wanted to throw that in there. I'm
Of
I'm a zodiac freak, so
Yeah, that's
Nah, it's all
that's
good.
your religion. It's all good. We
that's
know.
my love language. Yes, zodiac sign.
It's
Yeah,
zodiac.
yeah. Hey, I'm with Steph on that Zodiac stuff, man. Yeah, we
Mhm.
definitely.
No, but
You're mad.
What?
You already
And-
know. You already know.
And
From
come on,
that
your religion
episode.
too is called
Ad, you a
MGTOW. Okay?
clown.
Av is a
Yo.
non-believer.
Come on.
Yo, Ad, what's your new job? You clowning now? What's going on,
No.
baby?
No. My new job is not that, but I actually do work now back in the schools as a school counselor. So yeah, that's my new
Nice.
job, bro.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
Which this
So-
has actually been very helpful, man. Like I just thought about like once y'all said that, I'm like, man, I should have really done a lot more assessments with the kids versus just not only jumping in, but I just like to just assess without anything else, because especially where I'm at, it's kind of more difficult because of everything moves so fast. You have a lot of students who's experienced so much trauma, so there's like
Mhm.
my first year being there and figuring this stuff out is like I'm gonna take this and like really think about how I can really maneuver this into the next school year so it can be a lot more effective than where it is now. But this has been a lot of
Yeah.
food for thought for sure.
Yeah. Nah, God bless you, brother, because as somebody who comes from that world, like it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lot to take on, and yeah, man. It's funny with military folk. We always say thank you for your service and stuff. We don't do that enough with educators. Because when we talk about like what it means to be a frontline worker,
Mm.
like to take on all the trauma that all these babies dealing with, especially when you're doing like you're a counselor, you're doing social work, or you're like in my case as a student advocate, they specifically put me with the kids who are having the problems, right? Or so every student that come through my office is coming with a ton of baggage and a ton of trauma. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I just found it real helpful, man, just to just it just allowed me to be able to communicate better with them quicker. You see what I'm saying? Because as quick
Okay.
as that first meeting happened, I was like, all right, do all these things, right? Like, I know what's in the like in your file. I read all that, cool. but let me just kind of know you outside of whatever. Because some of that stuff is like, for example, physical touch might be a 0 for them because of like trauma that they've experienced, right? And that's why they don't like to get close in that way. But at the same time, that trauma might have happened because people weren't spending enough time with them or keeping them close by. So then quality time is real high for them. You know what I mean? Wanting to be around people that they love and trust, but don't necessarily want you hugging up on them. You know what I mean? Like, it's heavy, but it was extremely useful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand.
That's dope. So let me. I had a question.
and Ad be dropping all the powerful acronyms on the youth them. Like,
Yeah.
yo, chicken and beef, please, man. Come on, man. Wow. Yo, you gotta love this shit. What's your acronym for KNOWLEDGE?
I'm not tackling that right now. The answer is no. But I found the new set when these things pop up. Is like you'll see a comment down below that say something funny, then the next thing you know, a clip pops up.
Setup.
I found you.
It's called
the ultimate setup.
Right.
It's like a joke.
Oh my
God,
yeah, man.
It's like a joke. You set it up and then you punchline.
Yo, guys, I enjoyed this, man, but I think it's time for final thoughts, ain't it?
Let me ask one more question. Just one more.
All right, go ahead.
This is a quick one. So, Stan, your song QT, which I use for the promo, if you notice.
Yeah, I did notice.
I'm sure you did.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I love
when the song came up, I was like, I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of the love languages.
Yeah,
it went perfect with the promo though. It did.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why I was inspired. So I was wondering, were you inspired by the love languages when you wrote that song?
No, that's the crazy thing. Yo, like that song. Yeah, that song was written before. Because, for instance, quality time, like when I would say quality time or talk about QT, the funny thing is where I got that from was Martin Lawrence. You know what I mean? Martin, shout out to the PG native, you know what I mean? PG legend. Because remember, I think it was in Bad Boys. Yeah. He's like, I'm trying to get some QT. I need that quality time. Like, yo, so it wasn't anything, like, even though the song is very deep about like relationships and all of that, where I pulled it from wasn't a very deep thing. It was just, it was something funny that I saw years ago that stuck with me, especially as somebody who's in a relationship, understanding the importance of quality time. And so it just worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. Okay.
No, that's dope. That's definitely dope.
All right,
so
go ahead.
All right, so we ready for final thoughts? Stan, Rochelle, I have to ask what's your final thoughts about the topic of discussion today? What would you like to leave the people with?
Oh, wow.
I know.
No pressure. No, I think this is a great topic because I think, again, whether you're in a relationship or not, I think knowing what your thing is, right? When you, whether it's like we talked about spending quality time or words of, we didn't talk too much about words of affirmation, but I think, if that's number one for you, that's very important with any relationship, whether you're in the workplace or whether you're with, your significant other. Like, if you're not getting what you need, like with any deficiency, it's going to affect you health-wise, whether it's physical or mental, and I think that's why I think we talked a lot about during the pandemic. I think that's why so many people were having the issues that they were having, because their need was not being fulfilled, and so I think having more conversations like this, I think will be very helpful.
We actually will in season 4. Season 4, I was actually talking. I think I was talking to you, Steph, about it. In season 4, we're gonna be breaking down the actual five love languages. Like for one episode, we're gonna have physical touch. One episode, we're gonna have quality time. One episode, we're gonna have acts of service, stuff like that. If you guys want to come back for that, like just let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For like one of those episodes, or even all five, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like, no, I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Anyway, Stan, do you have any final thoughts? Because this guy right here, this guy.
I'm in rapper mode.
Right. It's hard to turn it off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to turn it off. I would just say that for those of you listening or watching right now, I would say that if you've heard about it but never looked into it, it's definitely worth looking into. And don't think that you got to be in like some serious relationship for it to be useful. As we've mentioned before, like it could be a great tool in the workplace. If you got little ones, it could be a great tool working with them. And it's definitely it's about relationships, right? And not just the relationships you have with others, but the relationship you have with yourself. You know what I mean? Like before you can really be successful in any relationship, you got to understand yourself, right? And a lot of relationships fail because we don't necessarily, it's not just that we don't know the person and it's the wrong person. It's also you don't sometimes understand yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're figuring it out while you're in the midst of being in this relationship with someone else.
And I think each segment means different things to different people, because when we hear physical touch, the dirtbag in us will be like,
okay. I know what I love. You know what I mean? I know what language I love.
All of
right, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It can mean like.
Thank you, Michelle.
Like you're welcome.
Thank you.
It could be held.
It could be held, or maybe a back rub, or a high five, or whatever. It means different things to different people.
Yeah, I was about to escalate.
No, you already escalated it substantially. You already escalated. You said it could be held.
You know what I'm saying? She said a back rub, a pat on the back, a smack on the ass. You know what I'm saying? There's levels.
There's different levels.
There's different levels.
Right.
You gotta love them levels. Gotta love them damn levels.
In that water right there, I saw that.
Right. Look, that author working on extreme love languages. You know what I'm saying? Volume 69.
How much you been drinking?
I'm sorry.
There's levels. There's definitely levels. Anyway, I'm sorry.
As I said, it means different things for different people.
Yes, it does.
Use a full stand.
Just, Yeah.
Yo, I gotta say, in many years, man, I've known this guy, man. That I've seen him joke every now and then, but this is the most I've seen you joke. Man, you's a funny ass dude. Word the mother, like
tired,
he jokes all the time.
Oh yeah.
No, I see that now. Man. Like, oh man, where we go? Oh, Advis, final thoughts, man. Let's get it.
That? All right, for sure.
It's like that. It's like that.
It's all good.
ADV. Final thoughts.
Give me more. What other acronyms is it? What's your? I'm not addressing that. So
Love
stop
language.
bringing it back. One day I will have that just for you, but I'll let KRS-One do that one for you. But with this, the main thing I get from it is just like any source of information and knowledge from anywhere. It's a tool. It's a resource. So using it into your life and at your disposal helps with like learning other different situations, because as humans we're always trying to figure out what's happening next or what is that before we even address a situation. So having prior knowledge, again, proper preparation prevents poor performance. I forgot who said it again, but it really helps to give you some type of framework so that you're not just building from sand. At least you're building on a firm foundation, so you can lead up and use that as a resource for other people, because the more we spread that, the more the rainbow. I'm already thinking what he might put up on the back, but basically
you beat him to the punch.
I'm beating him to the punch. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's very important, and it's vital that, I mean, you take what works for you, and then if it doesn't, it's all good, because we're not meant to take all information.
No, that's a fact. Steph, final thoughts.
I had a lot of thoughts. I don't know. Random thought here, but
Which one?
saying high
Go
five
ahead.
for Jesus. I was like high five for Jesus, ass smack for Jezebel, but
Woo!
random,
All
very
right.
random. I don't know why.
Yo.
Wow.
Oh.
I know that's terrible. That's terrible, right?
It's the
That's
drinking stuff.
Remixes.
No, but on a serious note,
On the Lord's day.
Dang lyrics. That's a really good steal at first. I thought you
I
was
thought he
not
rested
moving.
on this day. I thought that's a joke, but
Oh, I keep on forgetting it's Sunday, man.
Right.
this is the day he rested.
True.
What was I gonna say? Oh, dagnabbit. No, but I study a lot of things. Like as far I'm very interested in psychology, and y'all were talking about the Myers-Briggs,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and there's another one actually called the disc style that I also studied actually with the government agency I'm with. That one you should look into. Actually, it's the same guy that not only created the polygraph machine but also created Wonder Woman. It's all the same person. It's crazy.
So wait a minute. So it doesn't work because the polygraph machine doesn't work.
Oh, shit.
That's the worst.
Well, apparently the lasso of truth works. I mean,
Yeah, 1 out of 3 I guess isn't bad, but still, I mean,
Dang, that's a 33%.
no. Now the disc style is actually pretty interesting though. You should check it out. But I look into that, attachment styles, all sorts of things. The 5 love languages is probably the one I know the least about, and I definitely want to, get into the book and learn more about, the system itself, and to hear you and Rochelle talk about how effective it is, in any kind of relationship. I want to kind of like put it into more use and figure out, where I need to make my adjustments, where it is, the most effective and whatnot. Because I'm always interested in like cultivating like better relationships, not only with my friends, but my family, significant others, so on and so forth. Especially significant others, because that's where I'm lacking right now. But
Undercover physical touch.
Oh, Lord. I don't.
I got you,
First of
Taisha,
all,
I got you.
First of all, I have to do it undercover, but
Should I
under the covers. Under the covers.
Wait, hold
Under
on.
the covers, yes.
Should I mention the date? Should I mention the date stuff?
Oh
Should I
my
mention the
God.
date again?
Oh my God, here we go. Because
Are
it
we
was
gonna
your
talk about
birthday, right?
the
Because
park
it was your
thing?
birthday, right?
Yeah, we talk about
Pioneers Park.
the day after my birthday. Yes, at the park. At the motherfucking park. Should we?
No, let's not get into it anymore.
Oh,
No,
right.
leave that for
Well,
after
it's
dark.
well
Leave that
documented.
for
Next episode.
random thoughts after dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Coming soon. Random thoughts after dark. Go ahead. Go ahead, Steph.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord. Anyway, yeah, I just hearing you all and hearing your testimony.
No, I was laughing at Robert with the facial expression.
I saw it. Shinobi. Jeez. But but hearing you all, talk about putting it into use and in your, not only your daily lives, with children and other people you interact with, but with yourselves. Like, I definitely want to do more research on it, and this episode was like very informative, and just made me more of a believer in the system. So I definitely want to, look into it much more. I mean, like I said, I've done some research, but I definitely want to delve into it much more. So thank you guys for sharing your stories. And by the way, let me just say, I brought these two on also because they are.
No, we all brought these two on, man. You ain't gonna take credit for that.
Benny coming
did
in
that.
with man, late arrival.
Wait,
right
Benny's in?
Yeah, Benny's in here. What's up, Benny?
He been here.
Oh shit! All right, hey, what's up, Benny? Nah, I ain't see Benny, man. Like, yo, hey, what's going on, Benny? What's up?
But like I wanted to bring. I invited these two on to the show also because they're like one of the longest relationships I've known. They've been together since like what 1999.
98.
98
together.
Damn.
Been married since 2004.
Yeah. So they've been married for almost 20 years, man. Like, and they've been together for longer than that. So like that's just a testament of their dedication and how strong their love is, and just working. The way they work together is just beautiful. I've never seen like a couple like work together the way they do. Like they're just
Well, thank
No,
you.
they on it. They
they're one
definitely.
accord.
Let me tell you something, man. Like EO Dub times, I every time I see Stan, I see Rochelle, man. Like yo, you know what I'm saying? Like every time, be just about like yo, I like Rochelle just pop up. Hey, Rochelle, what's going on? Hey, lyrics, what's going on? I be like, oh shit, like yo, like she, like yo, they really. They got each other's backs like that, man. Like yo, like wait, 2004, y'all was married in 04? God damn, son, time flies like a mug, boy.
There are
Crazy.
times
Yeah.
when
That's
you
a-
need someone.
Nah, nigga, this ain't. This ain't. Nah, this. Nah,
I
this,
never knew
nah,
but love,
this ain't.
love. Yeah, come on.
Nah, this ain't a Common video. This ain't Step by Step or ABC. Fuck out of here. We not
Okay,
doing none
I
of
know.
that.
I know your favorite song. Don't make me go and try to look it up and play.
Nah,
it
I ain't no
right now,
all by
okay?
myself neither, because
Yeah.
I'm no longer all by myself.
Yes.
I'm no longer all by myself. Not anymore.
Hey, Avid. Now
Not
it's
Tired of being
anymore.
alone.
his new
Maybe tired of
favorite
being
song
alone?
is almost doesn't count now.
Hatred. I love it. Hatred. Give me more.
You
Anyway,
need to add
Taisha said,
add that to your soundboard, Ed. Okay.
All right.
nah, don't you even think it. Don't you even think that shit.
But
Nah,
I
Push the
love
button.
you too, man. I love
Push
you.
the
no,
button.
push the button my ass. No, don't push that button. Fuck you, me push it. Anyway, Taisha had a final thought here. Can we go?
Yeah, hit the
Taisha,
like button. It's
she's
free. I love it.
Taisha said, "My final thoughts are: listen, learn, and understand the languages of each person. Treat each love language seriously and apply it in the right way. Try and reciprocate to one's needs." Thank you very much, Taisha, for your final thoughts. Eric, we're going to you right now, man. Final thoughts, man. Let's get it.
Corbin Dallas.
Basically, other people have said it better than I have. Corbin, yo,
You already know. Steph is the one that
Listen.
said. Steph is the one that got
who's
you
my
on
leader?
that.
Who's my leader?
You said
You
what?
asking the wrong person, unless it's Benny. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, what I was saying, other people have said better than I have, but like I'm still on my journey trying to figure out this whole thing. You know, the 5 love languages. But yeah, I mean, like kind of has Stan has said, the thing hit me the most, like learning how first it relates to yourself, and then from there you'll find out how it relates to other people, because your first relationship is with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You came into this world alone and you go out alone, and everybody in between is just extra. So
Yeah. Word.
That's definitely what's up, man. Like I'll leave you guys with this. My final thoughts. I understand and respect it. Like I'm still kind of a beginner in learning the love languages. You know what I'm saying? Myself personally, I'll be honest with you, not to get too much personal, but I only know the pain and the heartache part of love, man. Like love is a very powerful word. We could break it in so many acronyms and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Me and Avis, we got our own acronyms for LOVE. I forgot what yours was, but mine's was learning off various experiences. You know what I'm saying? Learning off various experiences, or learning of various experiences, meaning that, in my case, when it comes to love, I've learned through like different women, you know what I'm saying, like relationship wise, through different women that I should have never been with, in order to find somebody that I think I should be with. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to you guys. Nah, like dead serious. And like I said, I only know and understand the pain part. You know what I'm saying? Like BJ Chicago Kid, I was listening to a song. It's called the song's called Too Good. In the beginning, he was like, yo, my partner said he wasn't afraid of getting shot, he was afraid of dying. He was like, yo, the nigga said he was scared of love. And after I listened to the song, it clicked, because I can feel definitely what BJ was singing on that song. You know what I'm saying about that? You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't experience a connection and compatibility with somebody, and that's also a key word, compatibility. It's also about compatibility as well. We can talk about love languages, this, that, third, all we want, but if you're not compatible with the person you're with, then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So, when I learned through all like my screw ups or, just dealing with whoever, like it's all about compatibility. The love languages, it like even Stan said it, like you have to learn yourself. And through taking the love language test, I learned through just knowing that my main love language is physical touch, along with quality time and words of affirmation. I learned a lot about myself when it came to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also gonna read the whole book from Gary Chapman, and I watch YouTube videos about it too. I also watched one with Gary Chapman. I fell asleep during the first 5 minutes because it ain't nothing exciting about that nigga. But I'm gonna try my best to watch the rest of it. Stan laugh, please, because that shit was funny. I'm like, I fell asleep through the first 5 minutes of that. At the first 5 minutes of that shit.
Right now.
Oh
no, I ain't Debo. I only Debo you. You the only one. That's it.
You really don't Debo him. He just kind of lets you believe you Debo him, and that you already don't.
No, but see, I like the Debo ad because he never clapped for nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna clap for Stan and Rochelle today. Fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least
those are not words of affirmation for me, so that's why I wait until everybody is done.
Love, man.
And then I'll let the person let them know that I appreciate them with those words of affirmation.
No, but those are words of favoritism. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That's my favorite word. We know that. Like,
oh my goodness.
I'm just being honest. But anyway, get into my final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I would say to anybody who's interested in it, like, study, do your research like everything else. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I know for myself, I'm definitely going to be doing the research, much more research in the love languages, and maybe it'll help me get to know more about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to actually fall back from relationships. It was something that Jada Pinkett Smith and Will said in individual videos. I know they never followed it, but no, it makes perfect sense towards what we're talking about.
Guys,
I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead. I'm being dead serious.
Look at Stan's face. He
see the look of judgment right there, and y'all telling me
that was definitely the look of judgment.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, in that moment, that was judgment.
I didn't even have to look at Lyrics' face as soon as he said the words.
I'm gonna give you the best relationship advice ever, and the best relationship advice I can offer you is to mind your own relationships.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You're right.
What we think we know of other people's relationships, even the ones who put their relationship on display for us to see, it's like, we only know what we're allowed to see. We don't go home with them. We don't really know. So, I think we barely have enough energy to figure out ourselves and figure out our own problems. So I don't waste time trying to figure out what's going on with theirs. You know what I mean? So, but that's my 2 cents. You know what I mean?
And but
I wasn't gonna. Like hold on, but I wasn't gonna go towards that. But it's something that they did say individually that I'll never forget. It did make perfect sense to me. They were saying that you have to make yourself happy first. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a relationship, that other person is supposed to add to your happiness. They're supposed to add to the happiness, but you're responsible for making yourself happy. You can't depend on somebody else to make you happy. And that was my biggest mistake. I depended on these women that were in my life to make me happy. And I end up getting screwed over because of it. That's why I say I know the pain part of love. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I'm starting to get to know myself and I know what makes me happy, then, I think I'm ready to step back out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens with the person I'm talking to now. Chicken and Beef said Lyrics love languages is a chopped cheese in a Tolkien, Arizona. Yes, it is. Hashtag Chop Cheese City. We in the building. Let's go. And I want it with mayonnaise, ketchup, and extra cheese on my shit, man. Real rap. New York
cheese
way.
On the chopped cheese.
Oh my God. That sounds disgusting. Ketchup and mayonnaise is disgusting.
It's not really that disgusting if you mix it. Think
Yes.
about it. That's the
That
same
is
thing you got in a burger.
Steps for sure. Look at Steph. That's
I
awesome
mean-
right there.
Gina Universe.
Taisha said-
that's her double major.
What? Yo, Taisha said Stephanie loves language is the topic sexology and musicology in the
TMI,
University
Taisha.
of Life, with sexology and musicology as a double major. Ha ha. Wow.
Steph is blushing, and I'm blushing as well. Too much information.
Because it's www.onlysteph.com. That's why.
Alright.
Okay.
Guys,
Okay.
Mind
Hold
your
on,
own.
guys.
Mind your own relationships, okay?
That is
Mind
true.
your own
So now we
Oh no! Now we listen to Stan. Now we listen to Stan like a motherfucker. Now, like mind your own relationships. nah, yo, Stan, I gotta say, man, Stan, Rochelle, it was wonderful having you on the show. Please come back again. You know what I'm saying, man? Like we
Had a lot
love
of fun with y'all,
we love
bro.
you.
Thanks.
Fun.
We love your energy, you know what I'm saying, and you know what to expect of our crazy asses when you come back.
Yeah.
So let's not like please don't act shocked or surprised. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like that's what it is. No, but yo, we love you, man. You know what I'm saying, man? It's all
Love
love,
y'all too, man.
definitely.
Thanks for having
Thank
us,
you.
yo.
Thank you.
Dead
Once again,
serious.
if we can put up, I don't know if Mr.
Yes,
M
please
has
put
a
up the
link.
promo, man.
If
Put
you
up
could
the link, please.
to Stan's Kickstarter campaign, that would be wonderful. He needs more backers. He's doing extremely well right now. But we would love
Thank
for
you,
you all
sir.
to back him up some more, so we can get some more, like stretch goals and whatnot. So that would be
Yeah.
super awesome. But
And we could get
I'm
more
telling you,
like Future
Adultish-
4X t-shirts. Like seriously.
Right.
Like we gotta support the fat people with the t-shirts, man. Like,
No,
let me stop.
no.
No, but go ahead.
No,
The most
record
important thing
continues
is
to go.
supporting Substantial and his
Link
fifth
is in the
solo
description.
album, which is entitled Adultish rather.
Mhm.
I'm
Adultish.
telling you, I've heard like a majority of it.
But you cheated.
Best album to date. Best album.
Oh wow, thank you,
to
sis.
date. Like
Appreciate it.
I
Man.
can't wait to hear it. I'll be honest,
Kendrick
I
has to
can't-
run for
And y'all can
Kendrick
check
has to
out
run
2
for
of the
his money.
singles now. Yeah, wow, thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
That's all I have to say about that.
Listen,
Where can we
man.
check the
singles out?
where can we check the 2 singles?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There's one playing right there. Yeah.
Reed Richards.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, the 2
No, play at the
singles,
end. Play it at the end.
Play at the end, please.
Yeah.
Play at
Yeah, Reed Richards and the other single, No Per Diem 2.0, featuring Mega Ran. Those are out right now. They're on all streaming platforms. You can also check it out on Bandcamp or just go to the website iamsubstantial.com. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and also
Cool.
check out the artistry live show and
Yes.
podcast. Just look at the past episodes. I'm telling you, they're amazing. Like they've had some really good interviews with some really amazing, spectacular people. So please
thank
check
you.
out
Yeah, seriously.
Substantial Art and Music on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. But the videos play on YouTube and Facebook more specifically. So,
All right, so yeah, I
check
gotta
those out.
definitely check that out, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
the basically the podcast is basically us interviewing artists and creatives and learning about their journey. And so we speak with visual artists, performing artists, dancers, you name it. And so we talk to them about their creative journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we're approaching
Oh.
season 4.
Yeah, about to start season 4 in a couple months.
Season 4 next year.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
Well, yo,
our sponsor, Words Beats and Life, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. If you guys need an artist, but I'm here, man. Holla at me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be you know me, man. I mean, we gonna have some. It's gonna be an interesting ass show, boy. Like, I have a question. Can I cuss on the show, or is no cussing allowed?
We've had a few guests curse here and there. For the most part, it's not.
It's not for the babies.
Yeah, it's not a show directed at the babies, but for the most
Shit,
part,
neither is
it's
this
not
one.
as. No. It's very
We got
much.
baby randos.
It's a show that is pretty much created. Thinking of other types of creatives, like creative entrepreneurs, like who are trying to listen to different people who have already walked past that maybe you're considering going on. You know, so we've talked to like what's the one sister who works with the African American Museum. She a different type of creative, right? Like where she basically her job is all around oral history, right? And she works with museums and stuff. And so like different types of creatives who are doing real serious work and stuff, and just really letting people hear from people who, you know, who really about this life and have walked this path, and they're trying to learn from like masters at what they do, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to the African American Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Which I haven't been to
Dope,
yet. I need
dope
to,
place.
I need to make.
I've been there
What,
once.
Steph? Oh my God!
No, because they
Steph.
have a backlog. Like,
Nah, Steph, we good. Thank you very much.
Steph,
Nah,
Steph.
nah.
Listen, look, what we do, right? We'll talk offline. Like we got a plug. So like, yo, like, nah, we'll get you in there. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, nah. Like like we've been there a ridiculous amount of times and stuff. And so we definitely got to connect. Now we haven't gone. No, we did go this year. We went for the thing Chuck D was doing. Yeah.
Your solo
I went
podcast,
once.
Stan.
Say again?
Your solo podcast, if you could plug that as well.
Yes. So my weekly joint, Substantial Weekly, that I do on my YouTube channel. I have a mailing list. I have all of these different things, but I go live typically every Friday. I'll be starting back up this Friday. I took a couple of weeks off because I was overseas. Yeah, man, missed y'all too, man. It was a ton to do out there, and so it just time didn't permit, and then it was time change and all of that too. But anyway, Substantial Weekly on my YouTube channel. Just search Substantial on YouTube. You can check it out. It's every Friday at noon. It's basically I just update folks on what I got going on. So I'm not an artist that gets a ridiculous amount of press. So I tell people all the time, if you want to know what's going on with me, follow me on YouTube, follow me on these different platforms. And I go live talking to my audience every week, just keeping them abreast of all the goings ons. Because it's a lot happening. We got the Kickstarter campaign. Substantial Art and Music got a lot of stuff going on. We'll be at MagFest coming up next month. I'm getting ready to go to Uganda with Words Beats and Life to perform out there and do a couple speaking engagements. So it's a ton going on, man. And like I said, not everyone's covering it. So I appreciate y'all having me here to talk about a lot of the great work that we're doing. Because we put in work, and a lot of times we get overlooked, but that don't keep us from working. So you know what I mean?
No, Stan, I gotta say this, man. And for me, having the Independent Forum back in 2012, you know what I'm saying? Like just working with like independent artists, you are like one of the top dogs that keep going, man. You one of the top artists that just keep going, man. And like, yo, I'll be honest with you.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? You influence me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I took years off, I'm ready to go back into it, man. I do check your shit out. Be like Bop Alloy, the solo shit, all that. I even listen. I listen to the UV shit, man. What is it?
Shout out to my brothers.
Make the Face Volume 1. Like,
yes.
I wish you could have put that online. I wish you could have put that online, B. Like, if there's a way you do that, please let me know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Because it's a compilation with so many people and stuff. Like, there's a lot of permission to get, and then we can't monetize it like that without making sure everybody eat. And so a lot of times it's just easier to not have that stuff up than putting it up. You know what I mean? Just to not ruffle any feathers and stuff. But shout out to the whole crew. The question says, how did you connect with Words, Beats, and Life? Yes, shout out to them, man. They're a great organization, a hip hop education organization based in Washington, D.C. I first found out about them years ago because of homies like my man DJ Hobb and DJ RBI, who've done a ton of work with them, teaching DJing and DJing their local events and stuff. So I first reached out a long time ago. I don't even know if Mozzie remembers this, but I first reached out just trying to figure out how I could connect with them. And at that point in time, they were still young and they were mostly working with volunteers. And I had been working in education a long time. So it was a bit far for me to be making that trek for nothing. You know what I mean? But we reconnected when everything made more sense. And you know, they reached out to me about teaching MC classes. First, they actually reached out to both of us to be interviewed for their podcast. And then we had some separate conversations about teaching with them. And I had let them know I had moved on from teaching MCing and music production. Like my main focus these days is teaching music business. And so they were interested in that. So we connected on that level. And then as quick as the pandemic started, they had this opportunity to go to Uganda, which then because of the pandemic turned into us just doing it online. But now it came back. And so now I'm traveling abroad. But first and foremost, long story short, how we connected is through hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm a person who, when I say I love hip hop, I don't mean I just love rap music. You know what I mean? Like I love the culture of hip hop. You know what I mean? The different elements. I've practiced all of them, and I've been a hip hop educator for over 20 years, teaching not just MCing and music production or music business. I've taught graffiti art workshops. I've taught and done presentations at universities on the history of hip hop. Like so I'm about this culture. You know what I mean? A lot of people say for the culture, fam. Like my track record is very much about this culture, about this community. So, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, the track record damn sure speaks for itself, man. But like Chicken and Beef said, man, shout out to you and shout out to all the like hip hop professors, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like who continue to teach the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like whether
Shout
it's here,
to,
whether it's abroad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say also shout out the Next Level as well, organization that does hip hop diplomacy as well as Words Beats and Life. That's how I was able to travel to Romania, and they are doing work globally, impacting different communities around the world and stuff. You know, via hip hop.
And shout out to the Hip Hop Museum that will be opening shortly in the Bronx.
Yes,
BX3 in the building, man.
Universal Hip Hop Museum. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm damn sure gonna be there, man. Somebody gotta let me know when the damn date is, but I definitely gotta be there, man. We definitely we all gotta be there.
Is when they're opening. Because I know next year is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So I believe they're opening the year after. However, they do exhibits. Right now they have a small place, pop-up set up across the street from where the museum is being built, and they do different things. Like right now they have an exhibit on the history of battle rap that they're promoting right now, and so definitely check out the Universal Hip Hop Museum. You know what I mean? Sorry
to interrupt you guys. I have to say a big RIP to our brother Pumpkinhead, man. PH.
Yeah,
you just reminded me something that PH said, and I was at Poison Pin's birthday party. I forgot the damn club. It's gonna pop up, but anyway, me and Versi Central, we was talking to Pumpkinhead, man, and
shout out to Verse,
shout out to Versi Central, wherever you are. And I remember PH at the time. I think he was president of Grind Time East, and he was telling us, man, where battle rap is right now, he foreseen it. He foreseen it, Like I call that man even from the great fortune teller, man, because he foreseen this shit. Like he asked me in verse, he was like, "Yo, would you guys like to join Grind Time East for whoop de whoop?" And at the time, I was just focusing more on just music. You know what I'm saying, on hip hop music. I battled back in the streets every now and again, but I wasn't really on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to tell him, like me and verse both we both rejected that, but he was like, "Yo, you sure? Like this battle rap shit is going to be really big." Like I remember him saying it. He loved it. Like
he loved it, and he was in a position where he didn't have to do it anymore. He didn't have to prove himself. Yeah, hey man, y'all, you gonna make me cry, fam. I had the pleasure of meeting Sean
That's
P,
our brothers,
but I didn't know him the way. Yeah, like all of them dudes, man.
That's our brothers, man. Mad to see my brother too, man. Like
bro,
and vice versa,
all of them
man.
Homies, man. All
you gonna make me bust a tear my damn self, man. Like damn, son.
We were just tearing up over PH the other night, man. Was building with Tone and Pack and Session from EFAM, but yeah, man, PH really loved it, yo. Like he was establishing, he didn't have to do it anymore to make a name for himself. He literally took that on, like, and kept pursuing it. And was doing that work because he genuinely loved it. Like he just loved it, man. and it was RPJ
RPJ Arch.
We
Big
lost so
niggas
many
don't
folks,
play, man. Yeah, man. Like yo,
that dude.
man.
Let's
not even talk about
humble
it,
giant, man. Like, anyway, man. Rest in peace to all them brothers, man.
No, let's not get it messed up. Like he did security too. He'd knock your ass out in a heartbeat. Humble giant, but let's not make him to a sweet teddy bear and shit. Fuck that.
Nah.
Like yo,
listen, that's the thing. Like I love dudes like him because if you ain't know him, like you knew he was a problem, even though you didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? But once you knew him, once you got to know Jay
that's
Arch,
a fact.
Yeah, man, that dude was man, like he was just a real nice dude, man, like a really great person, and always had a kind word and always made time for a brother if I came around and stuff. So shout out to Jay Arch, man. Rest in peace to him. Rest
Team
in peace
Homie.
to PH, my brother. Team Homie, shout out to
Team
them.
Homie, shout out to them, man. Like
versus, man. Yeah,
Majesty was also my brother, man. Like, yo, I remember he was on. Like, I can't even listen to Masters of the MIC like that no more, man. The compilation that me and Black Tie, you remember that? You know what I'm saying? He murdered that shit, so I can't even listen to that shit no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it does bring back memories. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I always think of Majesty because of Union Theological Seminary. We did some work with them around the grassroots movement of hip hop and the parables of Jesus. That was a real thing that they commissioned us to be a part of.
Wow.
And Majesty was a part of that with me. And just learning his history, man, and us performing in a cathedral for like Future Priest and all of these folks and building with educators in that world. Because I didn't know that, at one point in time, younger him was planning to be a priest before he did time and all of that. But he really, man, that dude. But anyway, man, thanks for having us. We gotta get out of here, but thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
So do us. We definitely got to get up out of here too. So
I just want to segue into a happier note.
Oh, go ahead.
That's why High Five for Jesus came.
Speaking of like hip hop educators and whatnot, I just want to send out a happy birthday. This is preemptive because I think his birthday is tomorrow, but I want to send out a happy birthday to So Soon.
Hey,
happy birthday, So Soon.
His birthday, I think his birthday is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So
happy born day, So Soon.
Joining the 40 Club, welcome to the 40 Club.
Welcome.
Wait, hold on. That nigga 40? Like, yo, like
40.
Yo, stop. Yo, say work.
He looks like a baby,
soon.
right? He looks 20.
You look like a baby, son. Like worth the mother. Like, yo, let me know what like facial cream or some shit like that you use to get like this, or it's just natural, like natural genetics.
he said use your words.
I did use my word.
Your lyrics has got all mixed up right now.
Like, like you know what I'm talking about, like
as Pharrell.
That's Pharrell. I was gonna say he's using Pharrell's clear.
You know what I'm talking like the
blood of babies.
I need to plug for that.
Come on, man. Like, wow.
This is vampires, man.
History, museum. I need to plug for that.
Yo, you know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Like, I'm like. Noxzema or some shit. I don't know, like whatever.
All right,
whatever the fuck that nigga use.
Stop it already. Stop it.
Next episode.
Happy birthday So Soon. He also works with.
Like, how you look so young, my nigga? Like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, Ad, I'm tired of you right now. I love you, dog, but I'm tired of you, B.
Eric also gets his headache, so that's why he's still outside of the building. It's all good.
Anyway, guys,
also,
that's
one more happy birthday.
Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead.
Happy birthday to Destiny. Their youngest.
Happy born day to Destiny.
It was a few days ago, but happy birthday.
She's a whole hand.
I know.
Happy
hand, and a whole ham.
Happy belated. Happy belated. Yo, you're funny.
Appreciate it.
That girl is. Oh man.
Happy belated to Destiny, man. Real shit.
The last time she was posing in the mirror, like.
Oh yeah,
Still doing that.
She was trying on some birthday outfits with her hand on her hip. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
No, but you know what? It's one thing as a parent, you gotta enjoy like watching the personality of your kids grow.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Amazing. You gotta. It's a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? To see like them grow into their own personalities and stuff of that nature. And it's like, damn, this is my kid, B. Like this is
Yeah,
You know what I
my kids
mean?
are nearly 10 years apart, but they look almost identical. Like Destiny looks exactly like Serenity at her age, right?
Yeah.
But like what's crazy is even though they look so, they're completely different, like completely different. And it's just wild, man, how
Night and
that
day.
works, you know? Yeah, yeah, it's really, really dope. You
Like
know?
so, yeah,
But,
Serenity's more like I'd say a tomboy in a bit,
mhm.
in a sense. Like she
Yeah,
likes
Destiny's a girly girl though.
I used to hang with my nephews when they came over. You know, they would play
Mhm.
video games. Like
Mhm.
Destiny is not that.
No.
It's
Nah.
not that at all. Not at all.
I was building snow globes with her today, yo. She's like, you know, it's she likes things pretty. You know what I mean?
Shell, that's your kid. That's your kid. You're gonna get her.
But Shell ain't
a-
really like
I'm
that though.
not.
She
That's my
that's her
mother's
mom.
baby.
Yeah,
That's my mom's baby.
Shell's
That's
more of a
the daughter
tomboy.
she always wanted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Shell
which
presents
came through, huh?
prissy, right? She presents like that, but nah, she's a tomboy. I was going to her soccer game. I was cheering for her from the bleachers, fam. It wasn't the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, brother. Okay, all right, okay. That was me at the game. You know what I'm saying?
But that's dope. That's definitely dope, guys. But please, yo, once again, thank you guys for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
For your time.
Like substantial, Rochelle. Like I said, come back anytime. Just let us know what's good. Come back. You know what I'm saying? And like we still here. We doing it. But this wraps up another episode of Random Thoughts. Tune in next week for our season 3 finale. Yes, we're gonna be wrapping it up with our season 3 finale, y'all. It's episode 3-23, season 3 finale.
Who are the real threat to this country? Yeah.
Yes, who is a real threat to this country? Because I forgot that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The timing could be more
How you
perfect.
gonna
After
forget?
this
That's kind of
midterm.
important to remember, bro. Like,
I know. No, but you hold on. But you see, I got these great people here right with me. You know what I'm saying? To back me
in
up.
case you
So
forget
I
who
won't.
the threat is, you know what I mean? They chime in like, hey, bro, that way.
No, so, you know,
Run with us.
well, see, I'm kind of fat, so like, just leave my black ass right there, man. I'll figure it out.
Go
You know
on
what I'm saying?
me.
But like,
You was
if you
driving
give me
the car.
Make
You
it all
was driving the car, right?
oh yeah, and I'm taking your black ass. You
I told
you
I'm
going in the
jumping
you
out
going in the
car. I'm
trunk.
not staying.
No,
in
you
there
ain't
with
Agree
you.
with
jumping
you.
my.
If you don't know where the threat is, then don't get in the car, man, because he's gonna go right towards the threat.
No. He's jumping in the. He's going in the trunk. Fuck that. You ain't. If I'm going to hell, y'all sons of bitches coming with me. We
This
are
is Random
going.
Thoughts for real, y'all, for sure.
Right. Mental note, don't ride with lyrics. Got it.
No, mental
Got
note. Y'all asses is riding with lyrics. That's it. Plain
Lyric
and
says
simple.
go right, we go left. That's what we're gonna do.
Right.
And guess what?
Tupac
I'm going
song,
left.
Come with
I'm going
me,
left
Hail
with.
Mary. I'm saying the Hail Marys and everything, you know.
Yeah, because I'm
Do we
tying
wanna
your
ride or
asses
die?
up
I
and you
don't
coming
know.
with me. Fuck out of here. Shit.
Adultish, Willow.
Oh yes,
Shout out to
yes.
Willow.
Happy
Hi,
birthday to
Willow.
Willow. Willow's birthday.
Happy birthday,
was-
Willow.
Yes,
Hey,
25th.
Happy birthday, Willow.
Happy born
Happy
day.
birthday,
Yeah.
Lil Bean.
Happy
Little
born.
human.
Tiffany said,
All right,
was it okay? Okay, yeah. Happy born day, Willow. Yes, most definitely. Guys, we got to get out of here. So, for our special guests, Stan Substantial Robinson and Rachel.
Rachel.
Russia.
Rochelle.
Oh my God.
Rochelle,
Has to mess it up every time.
I'm getting old. Okay.
God of mercy.
Rochelle Etienne Robinson. I'm getting old. All
He's
right.
trying to kill everyone.
You see, you see the gray hairs? I'm getting old. My fault.
Yeah, all good.
But I did tell Stan that this was gonna happen. Now fuck people names up.
He did. He let me know before you was in the room. I was like,
No, but it's not you. I fuck plenty of people names up, and I've known them for years.
It's all right. We have to know our strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? That is
And my
important.
weaknesses is
Know
names
that.
at the moment.
Words.
But
Words.
Stan, Rochelle, thank you once again.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
So,
For having us. Thank you.
for Stan and Rochelle, Advis, Famous Ramos, the vampire from Brooklyn, Stephanie Gale, this is your boy, the LYR to the ICS, signing off. Peace. We'll see you next week. Season 3 finale.
Hey, Shaw.
My fault.
Blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on. Blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on. Blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on. Each one, teach one, reach on, Maryland to Cincinnati to the far east sun. We just begun to spread the gospel. Substantial markets need hip-hop apostles. Far from preacher, but this all we call rapping. Taking y'all back before this all happened. Front hardcore, yo, they barely saw more. Never penetrating the inner to get your heart warm. Rock on, in a ridiculous basis. Respect hip-hop, and I'm spitting your face. It's scheduled to waste the oxygen. Madness, hitting your case and all your shit. Like back check, got my eye on you. Like a sanity grabbed it. I see the packaging, and I can't stand rappers. Barricade ripped and turned into garbage. Take less of mics, my followers fade. Self-stand blessing it, yes I am blessing it. You be for life, oh yes we stay blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on, blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on, blessing it. Self-stand blessing it, yes I am blessing it. You be for life, oh yes we stay blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on, blessing it. 1, 2, 3, come on, blessing it. I like y'all.
Slow internet is non.
Everyone thinks that Nujabes produced that song. That's not true. It's not true. Everyone thinks Nujabes did Home Sweet Home. It's not true. So anytime you see it online that says Nujabes featuring Substantial, Nujabes did not produce that song. DJ Dextrine produced that song. Right? Okay? AKA Mona Rissa. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Mona Rissa and Nujabes produced my whole first album. Okay? So certain songs you heard were produced by Mona Rissa, AKA Dextrine. Others were produced by Nujabes. Unfortunately, both of them passed away 5 years apart in a car accident. Similar right? And so, as long as I live, I'm going to pay tribute to these dudes. So, on that note, let's go back to Maryland. Sweat so motherfucking hard. Hey, for some Mona Rissa. Rest in peace to Dextrine. Rest in peace to Nujabes. And it goes, listen. Born in Maryland, let me make that known. The county of PG's my home, sweet home. No one I put it down for my hometown. It'll be the DC. 17 years ago. The wildest brothers on the planet. For blue collar workers, two thugs and bandits. Got an old slang that we use in the grammar. Calling individuals, we call them lammers. If a nigga tripping, then we say, dude is legend. Good looking women translating the youngins. Or who think is a bucket, so act like you know. We don't care what your name is, cause everybody's so. For real, those go-go's, the music we can finish. Up around the junkyard, they son of a don't forget it. Who you think had the world doing the butt? DC to PG, recognize nigga what I was born in Maryland. Let me make that known. The county of PG's my home. Yo, I gotta put it down for my hometown. Everything the DC's my stomping ground. Born in Maryland, let me make that known. The county of PG's my home. Yo, I gotta put it down for my hometown. Everything the DC's my stomping ground. Let's go. Smooth and shit, but when they drive, y'all make it sound like it's the hardest shit in the world. I love it. Hey, stop love. I need y'all help me out. Make sure our man can hear us. You ready? R.I.P. Lose your best for 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 Hey, switch it up. Everybody say sorry, love. Everybody help me out, say sorry, love. Everybody help me out. Sorry, love. Blessings, right? Me and you was a blessing, see. Still, baby girl, we can never be. Everything around you be impressing me. Still, baby girl, we can never be. She said she want one night of ecstasy. Thanks for no things we can never be. Cause I got a wife at home that I'm blessed to keep. And the fool around with you will be the death of me. Can't handle ingredients of the recipe. Cause it's not fair to you nor fair to me. And more importantly, it's sure is a better earth. Shit, you might have had a chance for me.
Peace world, my name is Substantial. I'm an MC, producer, author, educator, multi-hyphenate, all that good stuff. And I'm here with a new campaign for my 5th solo album, which is called Adultish. It means suitable for adult. Depending on how you say it, it could be adultish, which is adult, you know, or it can be someone who's not quite an adult. You know, what it's like to be someone who doesn't necessarily feel as old as I am, and oftentimes struggles to come to grip with the fact that at one point in time I didn't even see myself becoming an old man. And so me really just celebrating this moment and embrace what it means to grow older, to grow wiser, especially in hip hop culture. So in order to make this album happen the way I envision it, my goal is to raise $10,000 to help me cover the manufacturing of it, to help me cover the mixing and mastering of it, to cover some of the cost of clearing samples and other things associated with making this record happen. This is the official album cover, which is designed by me. Although I designed it and had the overall vision, I was blessed to have help on this, and I'm super excited to jump into more things that will be happening. For all my hip hop heads out there, hip hop release wouldn't be complete without it being on vinyl. This is going to be a double LP. The LP is actually able to fit on one record. However, when you cop this, you'll be able to get the instrumentals along with the original album on vinyl. Outside of that, what you can look forward to, this is just some of the features that'll be on the record. Got the homie Mega Ran on the album. T. Lucas is going to be featuring on the album. Tamara Wellens is also going to be on the record, and the homie Black Root. Also collaborating with me on this record, we got the homie Malcolm Jackson and my man Marcus D, as well as some guests who have yet to be announced, but hopefully throughout this campaign, as those songs are finished, I'll give you more details on that. But super excited to share that information with you. You might have noticed that I've already released 2 of the songs from this record. The song featuring the homie Mega Ran is already out now, called No Per Diem 2.0. And then also Reed Richards, which we're currently working on a music video for that right now. So part of this budget will be also used to help me be able to create additional content around the music. And the great part is you already get to hear a sample of the record so far, including the instrumental that's playing in the background right now. This record will also be available on compact disc. The CD will actually have a fold-out poster in the inside of it. We have these all-over print shirts, USB cassette, which will include this album, the instrumentals, acapellas, and also my entire discography. Hoodies will be available with the all-over print. We got the snapback hats, which are going to have prints under the brim, along with embroidery across the front and back of the hat. This campaign also gives you an opportunity, if you're a person who's been looking to get production from me, you can contribute to this campaign at a particular tier and actually get a custom-made beat from me, or contribute at a higher tier and possibly do a collaboration with me on vocals. And there's also the highest tier, which will allow you to be listed as an executive producer for this record. So there's a lot going on with this campaign, but I don't want to say too much because most of it is outlined below in far better detail than what I'm giving you right now. And so I look forward to giving you guys more updates. Thank you so much for the support over the years, man. I appreciate y'all way more than you may ever realize. So thank y'all so much for the support, and I'll see you soon, but talk to you sooner. Peace.
You have this song selection. You deal with scientists. You know, Jadakiss is a scientist. You know, Buckshot, they're scientists, man. They're craftsmen. Substantial, they're scientists, man.
Clap for me. Nathan, it's the fantastic. Can you rap for me? DJ, bring it back for me. Let me flush you, get loose for a black on it. Turn me up, son. Triple R to y'all rap read bitches. Stretch money instead of truth, bro. I mean business. Enough flow to fill a ravine. You should bring pictures. When the beat got that swing, you gon' need pictures. On the mound, throwing it down, stand delivers. All pro, I ain't a goddamn beginner. Picks after the show, then let a man eat dinner. Too focused on A to see what plan B get us. Now be fade with some gray on the sides. Omni-man stand when that pen and paper can lie. They lied and said you was the truth, but now your status denied. This life forever die, waiting for the pain to subside. Ooh, classic over trendy, bro, I'm still here. Holla at me in a decade if they still care. When you fall and bounce back, if they still cheer, then you're worthy to wield the mic like this millionaire. I'm still in here, still prepared to take what I earn. Y'all some Build-A-Bears and built a better way to the world. I've been the realest here, that's for my soulmate and my girls. Who you feel compared to me really ain't my concern. Is he dope? Ain't a debate, cause most will say he underrated. A couple takes a state that he a great or just the greatest. Some artists focus less on albums, just don't make a playlist. I choose the former, but I hope the latter choose my latest.
Clap for me, they say Mr. Fantastic, can you rap for me? DJ, bring it back for me. Let me stretch and get loose while I'm black on it. For the poppers, lockers, wide bodies, rosters, hip hoppers, now for the imposters. Nah, bro, recognize I spit up when you spot one. Learn from a show stop.
Mr. Stantastic, party of four, dope in audio form. What's a god to a girl? Bunch of beasts like Benny on the stage with the boys. You hope to have a good show. Bro, I came to destroy the pit, giving out work like I came to employ. Joyce Surprise on the mic when I'm making a point. Sorcerer in the stew when I conjure up joints. Come and fetch this blessing that I came to anoint. From where we rock new balance but struggle with old vices. And high blood pressure be coming with low prices. For the virus, we've been dealing with known crisis. Transformed from old dog to Osiris. Now we can't blame these joints like arthritis. While God guide us, peacemakers and born fighters. Got homies with more seeds than papayas. Trying to find peace while writing them papyrus. The nada, equal rights and living wages. And couldn't see the gods that we are to hitting stages. Best kept secret like Bibles with hitting pages. Best source of raw hip hop and entertainment. My life's a hip hop quotable, they ain't published yet. Slept on by the masses till I left a few with rubbernecks. Took a swing at rapping, then I sent it to the upper deck. Only other language that I'm fluent in is cut the check.
Clap for me, they say Mr. Fantastic, can you rap for me? DJ, bring it back for me. Let me stretch and get loose while I'm black on it. For the poppers, lockers, wide bodies, rosters, hip hoppers, now for the imposters. Nah, bro, recognize I spit up when you spot one. Learn from a show starter.
We get into the science of the fact. And that's the beauty of it. And that the average person doesn't know that, and they treat it like pop music. Top 40, shaking to the lights, as I say. I don't think we could be in the same room talking about the same thing.
You know, it's funny how the universe works. The moment you make a decision that this is what you're going to do, and you put the work behind it to make it happen, the universe just puts stuff up, just sets it up for you. We're Stan and Rochelle, co-owners of Substantial Art and Music. There are a lot of things. I like to think of us almost like a one-stop shop for the creative community. Basically, we educate people on how to pursue this in a way that is sustainable and potentially be comfortable doing it without necessarily relying on a mainstream corporation or anything like that.
In 2017, we founded Substantial Art and Music based off of necessity. We had a lot of friends and colleagues and associates who decided to seek out our services. And so it developed from there. Whether you need graphic design services, logo design, whether you need to create your website, or just you need just overall consultation on how to further develop your brand, we've provided that.
And it's something that we've been doing for musicians, visual artists, and even small businesses as well. We just had a lot of collective experience working in the arts, and that turned into us being more self-sufficient for ourselves, for our craft, because we were working with companies doing it, but we also were constantly working on our own. You know, the first workshop we did was at Amazon. We got our paperwork that we were official LLC in May
2017.
And then we did our first workshop in July at Amazon headquarters. It's a great way to get things started, you know?
And, you know, not to say like we just approached Amazon.
No,
it was like,
I
we
mean,
have
connections.
We have connections.
We know people. You know?
And if we could give any advice is start with your network.
Yeah,
start
absolutely.
with the people that are closest to you. The resources that we provide, I mean, we learn from each and every workshop that we've done, and the feedback has been great.
People are constantly letting us know after the workshops how much of the information they didn't know. there is a ridiculous amount of resources out here for people to operate independently. And we're just doing our best day and night to gather as much of this information as possible to help other people, truly live off of their passion.
The information that we give to you all, it's not just, from our own experience. We actually do the work. We're Googling as well, but we try to make it in a way that we cater it to the city that we're in, and then we also share that information, but also encourage you to do your own research as well. We're giving you the tools to get you started, and then for the rest is really up to you. But we don't promise success, but I guarantee you, if you start with these small little nuggets that we give to you, you can make it into something that's beyond whatever your dream was.